Yo, 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 it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Y'all already know I am hyped for this one. Creme de la creme run tell a Nets fan friend. Yo, Jamal the franchise, Range Road, Bill Johnson, Claude Smith in the chat. Yo, it's about to be a good one tonight, bro, because y'all already know how I do. Shout out to all the Nets fans. Y'all already know we the best fans. Let's get this.
Brooklyn, back in the day, J Kid was the man, boy. Put the team on his back like a gym sport. D-Lo with the dribble drive handoff, pick and roll, full contact. This is a man sport. County of Kings, really the Kingsborough. You know Crown Heights, so you know that sound right. Brooklyn Bridges, Z-Dub defending. The Brooklyn Block Party clacks and double digits. Got the Barclays clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The shit one's gone, we too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Head hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jada just all nets. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Miss you, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to play like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The sturdy or Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing that is your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard and get 1% better every day, you're a competitive group. That means that you fight.
Oh, what a move by Sharp, counting the foul.
Yo, 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 it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Yo, shout out to Joey BK all day. Shout out to This Is JTV. Yo, Jay, pull up. I'm about to send Joey the link. You know he a member of the page. All of the members of the page, I'm sending the link first. Y'all already know how this go. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited. We are playing team with Cam Thomas. The way we've been playing on defense, I don't think Cam Thomas comes back and hurts the defense. I just don't. I don't. You know, I feel like the way Jordi Fernandez is setting the way he want the game to be played, he's resonated that with the whole team. And if Cam Thomas could come right in and do the same thing, it's super duper lit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta know that, yo. Like, Cam Thomas is a player that you could look at Terrence Mann and say, do we need Terrence Mann? Do we need Tyrese Martin? Do we need, you know what I'm saying? All of these different players. His role is going to be what's important to me. I want to see how many shots he take. I don't think he should take more shots than MPJ. MPJ has proven he's a number one option on this team, and he's proven he's an all-star. You feel what I'm saying? But that being said, we gonna all speak about it, but you got to know that, you know, Jordi Fernandez, you know, is somebody that wants to prove himself as a second-year head coach. And some of the things that happened with us having this number one defense in December, that's something that you should tip your hat to the coach. You should tip your hat to the coach and say, yo, that's a good look right there. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I feel like he is somebody that, you know, what that's trying to say. So, oh man, it's Cam. I don't know what he said. I'm gonna get back to shout out to Nets Press. Shout out to BK Nothing But Net. Shout out to all of the content creators. Y'all know I don't always agree with y'all, but we all Nets fans, man. We all we got, man. Always remember that. We all we got. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm trying to look for. I think it was Eric Slater. Let me go to Nets Twitter. Maybe the content is on Nets Twitter, but I had seen it earlier. I'm just looking for it now. And talk about Cam Thomas coming back. Look at that defense. That can't change. This is what I'm saying. This can't change. This has to remain the same with Cam Thomas on the roster. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jay, what up, Jay?
What's good, bro?
Cam Thomas coming back to the team tomorrow. You know I'm hyped.
Nah, you seen? I put that in the group chat earlier. Nigga, P was tight.
Yeah. I say I didn't get a chance to read it. I've been busy. I'm a super where I'm at, and I fucking had to go shovel snow and lay down salt. So I was kind of busy, man.
Nah.
I word, but up though. But what happened in the group chat? What y'all was saying? What happened?
Nah,
he don't want Cam Thomas to come back, or how you feel?
he said when I said that, he was like, "Yeah, I guess that means the losing streak is back on." I'm like, yo, he really is he be hating Cam Thomas, and I can't understand why you can have hate for a kid that is just like, I understand some of the
Critique.
criticisms, you know what I mean? But I feel like he's 24 years old. He's going to continue to get better, and I've seen him continue to get better. But the thing
Right.
is, Pete don't watch every game, you know what I mean? He watch some of the
Right.
games, he see the highlights, you know what I mean? And he go by stat lines and what other people are saying, I feel like, because he just be saying some of that regurgitated shit that other people be saying. But
Right.
he keeps saying, I'm a student of the game and this, that, and the third. So
Yeah, I mean, to extent, I think for the most part, he could get away with a lot of that with a lot of different people. But the fact that we so tapped in that we watch every game, like you just don't know more than us when it comes to specifically the Brooklyn Nets, because we watching every game. And if you're just watching the box scores, nobody that watches the box score could say they know more about what happens with the game, specifically with the Brooklyn Nets. Because a lot of people, Jay, don't watch the Brooklyn Nets. They'll tap in, they'll watch Christmas games, they'll watch all of the big games, but the Brooklyn Nets ain't never for real got no big games. You see what I'm saying? So people don't know. They just see the box score, and they think that's the whole. They paint their narrative from there. But us, we really tapped in. We really
that don't tell the whole story. You know what I mean?
First or fourth quarter, we out here watching. If I missed the quarter, y'all need to be putting me on like, nah, all right, this was what happened in this quarter. Y'all see how I break it down too. I'll go to the play-by-play. You feel what I'm saying? Look at the shot selection, like when they heated up, all of that. Y'all see how we do it on this page, man. We talk basketball for real.
Facts.
But Jay, in your opinion, what do you want to see tomorrow from Cam Thomas?
Honestly, I want to see him silence the haters, man. I would love to see him play some defense, get a steal, 2 or 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to see him do some of that type of shit. Like, because I know he's going to come back. Well, I think he's going to come back and have an impact offensively on the team. But I think that's what we already know. I want to see him get into the flow of the defense and keep, like, help maintain the fact that we've been having the best defense in the league so far. I don't want to see that change when he comes back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so and that's my thing too. I give him the benefit of the doubt or say that I credit him to say that he's not going to be slouching on defense. I think you credit that to Jordi Fernandez as a head coach. You know, Jordi Fernandez is somebody that has a system. He's trying to develop a situation where everything isn't winning on X's and O's. It's not always about who scored the ball the last. You look at when we win, look at the other team's scoring droughts. They can't score for 4 minutes, 5 minutes. They can't score the ball. That's Jordi Fernandez developing the system, because it's not like we have these stellar defenders outside of Cam Thomas. Like, all of these players just been stellar defenders. I'm gonna tell you what I know, Jay, because you know I watched the game. They got AC Law as an assistant coach from the OKC Thunder. And important to that is saying, I watched a video and he was talking about the reason why OKC is a good defensive team is because the team always take a swipe at the ball. They take early swipes at the ball. Even if they miss, that's something that they do. They use their length. They use their wingspan when you're trying to get in the lane or get past them. They like reaching for the ball. And that's how they became, in my opinion, a good defensive team based on a video that I've seen. Now, I'm saying that to say, yeah, you got special defenders in Caruso and Dort, but again, it's a system. Even SGA, it's a system that they benefit from, playing passing lanes and reaching. And the refs seen that early in the game, saying, all right, this is the way they play the game, so we can't just call foul just because we see them reach. You know what I'm saying? We really got to see the foul. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So AC Law is very important. I forgot who put it in the chat the other day, but that's what it is. He's from the Thunder. He's from that staff. If you remember Steve Hetzel in the post game, like I think preseason games or summer league games, he was talking about they gave homage to the Thunder, and said, that's the way they play, is the way you're supposed to play the game type of shit. And with the guy acquiring, with the acquisition of AC Law as a personnel with the Brooklyn Nets, us having an identity, Jay, as a defensive team, it looked good on the Brooklyn Nets, is what I'm saying. And I like Cam Thomas, and I do like him for the scoring, but ultimately, do I like the Brooklyn Nets as a defensive team? Yes. If that's our identity going forward, Jay, we up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think I've been saying this for a while. To me, defense is all about effort. You know what I mean? And if you just put that effort in, you trying to play harder than the other team. Defense is a lot about that. You know what I mean? But and the thing is, when Cam does come back tomorrow, I don't like. You think he's gonna start? I feel like he's gonna be off the bench.
I think it's about limiting his minutes,
Right.
but I do want to see him in that starting lineup. I don't want him, because it's not Drake Powell. If Drake Powell was starting right now, then it's like, nah, let the rookie shine. But it's Terrence Mann, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, Terrence Mann, you gotta sit down, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fitting to start over Cam Thomas. Like, but I'm limiting
I'm just
Cam
thinking
Thomas
about what
minutes.
I'm just thinking about what I think Jordy is actually going to do, and I feel like they're going to start him off slow off the bench. And if they do that, he's definitely going to come in as an offensive weapon off the bench as soon as
Right.
MPJ goes sit down.
Weapon is the right word.
Right. But I don't know. It's interesting. I want to see him back. I've been waiting for him to come back. It's been a long fucking time. I hope he comes back and silence all the haters, because there's been so many people saying how much better the team is without him. Because honestly, we do not have a win with him on the floor this season.
Okay.
So it would be nice to get the win when he come
Mhm.
back, because I'm saying I think it's just from the team generally improving over time, not
Yeah.
just because Cam Thomas wasn't on the floor. But
Mhm.
I would like him to come back and prove me right.
Right. I think it's more that narrative. I think it's the narrative of more of what you just said, and it's facts to it. But the way we play the game then and the way we play the game now is two different things. For one, we can't ignore the consistency of Noah Clowney. Now, and because my thing is, everything isn't about Cam Thomas. And the whole defense of us getting better has a lot to do with Noah Clowney. Terrence Mann is a big part of that too, but Noah Clowney has become, you know what I'm saying, more the weightier player that could play the anchor. Like, if somebody's in a post, you want it to be Clowney over Claxton. I'd rather Claxton as a weak side help opposed to man in the paint. If you put Clowney in a situation where you man in the paint, that's why you gain all that weight in the off season. You feel what I'm saying? That I imagine that's why you did that. So, you know what I mean? You and Clax can play together. It makes sense. Shit, Clax don't got the 3 ball, but he got the Euro to the paint and whatnot. And I feel like, with Noah being able to stretch the floor, on the defensive side, we've gotten way better because it's not just primary Claxton. Now you got a Clowney helping Claxton on defense, and that's a major part of what we're doing. Now, that being said, that has nothing to do with Cam Thomas. I don't think that changes. The chemistry on the defensive side of the ball between Claxton and Noah Clowney is what I'm talking about. That's what's important.
But I
And
feel like we saw that last year, and like we just seen it because I remember I was trying to call them the Twin Towers for a minute. I wanted to see them on the floor together, slapping shit like
yeah,
Clowney or Claxton got guarding a guard, and then they trying to run past him, and when you think you got past them, the other one slapping that shit. Like that's what I
mhm,
want to see.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think that you know, if you put Cam Thomas in a situation where he on a pick and roll and he on a big, you need Clax to help on the weak side help. You don't want to put Cam in a one-on-one while he getting close to the paint. Somebody just backing him down and everybody just standing around. I'm telling you, I'm not letting it happen. The difference should be this: if Cam Thomas get caught on a post because of a peeing off, a pick and roll, then what should happen after that is a ball denial. You don't let that player shoot the ball. You make them make that extra pass. And if they're going to attack Cam Thomas, that's how you protect Cam Thomas. I don't want, and my thing is, he's a good enough coach to do that and make the adjustment. I think a lot of adjustments have been made from the 0-0 at the start of the season to what we are now. I think we got 9 wins and a lot more losses. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna pull the standings up too because other teams been playing good. I think the fucking Pelicans won like 4 in a row. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, I want it to work, but I not. Shout to Easy in the chat. Shout to 3 times the time in
Yeah.
the chat. I don't want it to be too good where we miss out on a lottery pick. Because at the end of the day, you don't put Cam Thomas in a situation where you trade him and knowing that he wants to be here. And if you recognize his worth, you got to realize you can shift him in roles. You can have him as the number 1, 2, 3, 4th option on your team. Cam Thomas is there to hoop, and to the point, he gonna play limited minutes. But when he out there, it's easy to see that the defense is gonna react to him. You got Diego shooting a 3 ball like that. So you got Diego shooting a 3 ball like that. They double team Cam Thomas at the half court line. This is not a weakness no more. You got Noah Clowney at the elbow. You got Diego shooting a straight on 3. You don't have a weakness no more when they double Cam Thomas at the half court line. They double Cam Thomas. They try to trap Cam Thomas at the half court line. You got Diego to shoot the 3 ball or get to the paint. You got Noah right there to get to the ball. Those are the players that make sure he don't get trapped and get the turnover. That's what's supposed to happen. Stop acting like y'all see weaknesses. I got rebuttals. The truth is that coaching plays a lot into what I'm saying. If Jordi knows what I'm saying right now, send it to Jordi Fernandez. Please. We really want to win. Now let's call it what it is. I don't want to see us win enough to miss the draft pick because I want AJ DeMontre
Yeah,
on the
see. So what the hell is the threshold then? Because I listen. If I feel like if we
team.
have a team that's good and they go out there and start winning games and we fucking like it shit, I would love if we win every game from now on to the end of the season. And
Say why? Say why, Jay? Talk your
if
shit,
that
bro.
happens, like, and I know y'all like what the fuck, but if
That's
that
all right. Talk your
happens,
shit, Jay.
that means we nice as fuck. That
Talk to him.
means we came back and got nice. The draft
Yeah.
picks that we picked are worth it and
Yup.
above what average what we thought they was. That
Yeah.
means MPJ is playing great, CT
Yeah.
playing great. I want to. If that's happening, I can't be mad at some shit like that. But if we ass and we keep losing, then we deserve to get a top pick because we not good and not like it's real
Like
simple for
so,
me. But
hold
I'm
on.
just
So
not about
basically,
I'm not about pretending to be not good just to
right,
get some shit. Like if we not
right.
good, we not good. But if we come back and we good, that should be something to be happy about.
Right. Now, I can't ignore what you just said, and I got to keep it real with you, Jay. The truth is that I feel like that's what it is right now. A lot of the games I be feeling like it's strategic for them. Hold on, for entertainment only. It's strategic for them to get the draft pick because I mean Joe Tsai said it, right? So case in point is I don't think it strays away far as what's wanted and what's prioritized. But at the same time, you do want to know you got a good coach. And again, Jordi Fernandez, time after time, has shown that he knows how to coach. Not only does he know how to coach, he's making Sean Marks look like he did the right thing with these draft picks. Ben Saraf getting 40 in the G League. We're going to talk about it. Yegor being second in rookies for 3-pointers. We're going to talk about it. You got to be serious. Nolan Traore going to the G League and actually hooping, putting up numbers like Danny Wolf was putting up numbers. He need to get some minutes the same way we giving Danny Wolf minutes, because if they're going to dominate in the G League or play that well in the G League, then yeah, we need them on the Brooklyn Nets. And it's, again, the system that we starting to develop, a culture that we are building. We're absolutely building a culture of winning and good brand of basketball by putting energy and attention to the players that we draft. We're this good on defense because of Nick
Yeah.
Claxton, a draft pick. Noah Clowney, a draft pick. I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying, Easy. I know this draft is supposed to be the shit. But if they come out here and just do really fucking well, like not mediocre. Like if they do mediocre and we miss something in the draft, damn, that's fucked up. I feel you. But if they go out there and do real fucking well, start competing with teams like we beat it, Minnesota is supposed to be one of them teams to beat. We go out there and beat them tomorrow and make it look like we earned it. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I cannot be
Yeah,
mad at that type of shit. Like
yeah.
I'm
Let's
happy for my niggas.
No, but let's call it what it really is. If the Brooklyn Nets beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, you see Ant-Man just go off. We beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. If there's a situation, listen, and I'm telling y'all what points matter. I know y'all are like, oh, it ain't all about points. I know it's not all about points, but I seen some of that game with the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. And you know what I seen? I seen that every time the Ant-Man scored, Nikola Jokic scored. Ant-Man was like on waiting for Jokic to hit the free throw. You see Ant-Man in the background, like, God damn. It's like everything I do, he match. You feel what I'm saying? And Ant-Man doesn't have the same scoring support as Jokic. It wasn't just Jokic's 50, it was Jamal Murray's 30 plus that game too. Ant-Man had 40, but who was his 30 plus? Where was his help on offensive side of the ball? Yes, I recognize defense, and y'all heard me say defense win championships. When y'all talk like Cam Thomas points don't matter, this is why I have this debate with y'all. Not an argument. I'm not here to argue with Nets fans. You understand? But I do want to debate some of you guys. You feel what I mean? Like we gonna call it what it is. You want to give MPJ some rest? They saying all of this about his leg and his foot and the brace that he got to wear on his foot. Yo, what if he need rest? Hypothetically, insert Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas comes in and plays the number one option when MPJ is not on the floor, or the second option to Noah Clowney or Yegor. But keep it real, if it's Yegor, Clowney, and Cam Thomas on the floor, I mean, realistically, you're gonna get Cam Thomas probably the number 1, 2, 3 option. So I'm just saying that to say, that being said, the personnel that we got is strong as Jay talking about. This
Well,
team
no,
really
look.
is a winning team. This
Look,
not
no,
no
don't put that on me. I'm not
Hold
saying
on, we
this
are
will happen
no,
tomorrow.
no.
Don't put
All
that
right, so
on
hold
me.
on. But I'm
I'm
saying
saying
this.
if it happens, I don't see how people could be mad at that.
I'm saying this is a really good team. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is a
I'm
really good
saying we
team.
had a good December. I don't know because in December, what we won 6 out of 9 games. I think they said,
I don't know. I'm
and
finna check it though.
some shit like that. 6 out of 9 games, and we like was the best defense or one top 2 defenses in the league. Some shit like that. But I'm just saying if we can continue that type of shit, and I feel like when Cam Thomas comes, he helps improve the team. So if we're doing better than that, that's I can't be mad at that. That's great. Like that means we taking leaps in the right direction.
Bro, it is what it is, bro. Cam Thomas gonna come to this team, make us better. I'm not saying, and what you and see, this is the thing about it. If he's gonna be able to draft players and Nolan Traore and Ben Sarath, and if they really become good and Drake Powell really become good, how important is the top 3 picks for specifically the Brooklyn Nets? Do we, I want these players. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. And this is what I want to get to the nitty-gritty. Is this team being successful this season because they that good, they that nice, that we don't care what draft pick we get next season? Is it
Now,
that real?
bro, the thing is, I don't. Me personally, I'm not the type of nigga that wait for a handout, bro. And I don't think niggas is just handing out number 1 picks to the Brooklyn Nets. Because if they was doing that, they'd have did it this year. Like, I don't know. I don't see it that way, yo. So I'd like to get ahead on our own merit, showing some gumption, putting nuts on the floor, and let's go. Like, fuck all that sitting there just losing every game and just waiting for anything and then still gonna get the 8th pick. Like,
Yo, what? Shout out to Scott. I see you, Scott. Shout out to Claude, man. Yo, listen, man. Stop that, yo. Y'all again, like you a Nick fan. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got no Nick fan rhetoric. Now what I mean? Because I'm finna cook it. Now I'm only saying what I'm saying because I can see how it works with this roster. This roster is a strong roster, but I don't know if it's more important for us winning than getting a draft pick next season. That's a tough choice. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got a player like Cam Thomas who got a no trade clause because he ain't care about the money. He really want to be here. You got a player telling you, no, I don't want to leave. I'm riding my contract out and I'm gonna prove myself. If Cam Thomas, to your point, Jay, if to what we were saying together, come here and actually prove haters wrong by being healthy the rest of the season and helping this team get to the play-in, the playoffs, and maybe the second round, that's like phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That to say, like, it's possible. Is it possible for this team to be good? If you play defense like that in the modern NBA, it shows that you ain't there to entertain, you there to win. And that's 2 different things. When the Brooklyn Nets play like they want to win and not entertain, you get the best defense in December. Because defense is not quote unquote entertaining to the modern NBA. It's entertaining to fans like me because I like defense. You feel what I'm saying? But that being said, listen, I'm entertained. Are you not entertained?
Yeah. And the crazy shit is I expected a lot more pushback when the team was winning. I thought everybody was gonna be mad, but niggas was coming up here happy and jovial with the wins. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So then,
Fact.
like, don't sit here
But
and
get
say,
into that. Get into being jovial about the wins and then being a fan base just hoping on to the next season. Like,
no.
let's
Well,
get
look,
us.
I just want.
Let's talk about that part of it.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I was just trying to say, I don't want to hear niggas talking to me like, oh, Jay, you not thinking about the fucking draft pick. Because neither was you. When niggas was getting these wins, niggas was up here happy. Like, niggas was up here, nobody was getting up here complaining like, damn, AJ DeBon said we shouldn't have won tonight. Niggas was happy about the win. They was happy about what they were seeing from the team. And that's a fucking gut reaction, yo. That's a gut reaction because if you care about this team, you want this team to win. When you see us
Yeah.
being the underdog and coming out
Underdog.
and winning,
Yeah.
and shit, it was games that we was playing other trash teams and people was happy about the win. Like
Yeah.
nobody wants to lose 11 games in a row. Like, is that what we lost? I think so. But that shit was ass.
Right. Right. And again, at the end of the day, if we get enough to win with this roster, let's do it with this roster. Y'all talking about groupies. Then y'all would have laughed for Claude and shit. Think about all of the fans that's just harping on what it is to get in this next draft. I'm not saying they
Yo,
groupies,
leave,
at
leave.
it,
You,
but at the
you,
same time, they a fan of it, just like I'm a fan of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I just
yo,
feel
leave.
like they got
Oh, my
reasons for
bad.
saying it, but at the end of the day, let's talk about what make more sense. Does it make more sense to gamble a player that we might get? This is a player that we might get. This ain't no guaranteed, but
Yo, yo, Lee. 9 and 19 is not a good team, but what we're talking about is the month of December right now, and in the month of December, we have been a good team.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Like
forget what happened before that. I hear you. I'm under the belief that it just took us a longer start because our players needed to like gear up. They needed to get used to the NBA. Like in a couple months, we should be better than we are now.
yeah,
Like it's improvement towards the season. Like some of these teams went into the season ready because they was gearing up from last year. But
yeah,
our team couldn't gear up from last year. We was starting from scratch. And then now that they done got some games to play with each other, pause, now they looking better than they were. So if they could keep that trend up, that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
yeah. That Torius sort of paid to talk to us. That Torius, Cam Thomas coming back. To us saying one of the first fans that hit me with the dudes. I was going to bed do it, but I had mad real work to do it. Shit, man, for real.
What's good, y'all?
What's good, bro?
Talk to us,
Chilling,
that
chilling.
Torius, man. You one of the members on the page. Talk to us. You got the floor, Brody.
Um, I just don't like how Nets fans eat their own, man. Pause. It's just like, I mean, I get it, like, you know what I mean. Y'all like what y'all seeing right now, but to sit there and try to shit on Cam and try to ostracize him and act like, you know what I mean, like he ain't shit to the organization is kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you gotta like him. I just expected a little bit more grace. You know what I mean? It's a little nasty out there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's yo,
But
Jay, Joey. No, I mean Notorious. Yo, the thing is with me, it's like again, he's somebody that we drafted. I give the same grace to Noah Clowney, Yeager, all the other draft picks. And again, I don't want him to be included in the regime, quote unquote, or whatever it was going on with KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Don't put him in that mix. But and if you do realize how many all the different changes and that he had to go through, the same as Clax, not just
right.
as much as Clax,
So
but
I
close to Clax. You know what I'm saying?
so I've been seeing a trend on social media, particularly X, and it's different type of Nets fans when it comes to Cam Thomas right now. It's some Net fans that don't even want him to suit up; they want him gone out of here. And then there's some Nets fans that's like, yeah, we cool with Cam, but we want him to come back in a 6 man capacity. Like we don't want him to start. We don't want him taking away major minutes from the rest of the guys. We want him, but we want him in a particular role. You know what I mean? And then it's a little bit of the guys like you who still believe in Cam and believe that he could be like a primetime player in the NBA. But
Yeah.
I just don't, you know what I mean? Whether you like him or not, um, just to like shit on him like that, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy to me. That's just my opinion.
Nah, I feel the same way, man. I don't understand why they go at him in a way where they don't see his value, especially when he's showing you that he want to play here. You know, he don't say nothing bad about the fans. You got Mikal Bridges came here and said that he talking shit about the fans. Like you got played. You know what I'm saying? Be mad
Right.
at him. Don't be mad at Cam
Let's not
Thomas.
act like Cam didn't give us some good memories as a you know what I mean. And when he been on that floor representing us, he's giving us some good memories, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
yo,
but it's like I don't know when y'all talk about some of these fans, like these old ass fans that like the old ass style of basketball is not gonna be hip to the new way shit is going, bro. All they gonna do is complain.
hmm like, and my thing is, just because you complain the most, don't mean you make the most sense. You know what I'm saying? You got a Jordi Fernandez saying, "I want on Cam Thomas saying I want him to be solid defensively, a great playmaker, and a great and a great efficient scorer. He's more than capable to do all those things. If he doesn't, then I'm going to have to sit down with him and try to help him get there. That being said, that's again
That's
in
the
food.
same. Look, ain't that the same shit that I said when you asked what I want to see from him tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need to see. You know what I mean? Continue
Yeah.
doing what he doing, but improve on the defensive side of the board. Get a couple boards.
Mm-hmm.
Like show that you playing the team basketball that people don't think you could play. Get some assists. Like I want all around game, but keep doing what you've been doing.
Right.
And I think that's the easy part for him though.
Mm-hmm. But this is honesty from a head coach from in the press. I don't think he makes Cam Thomas look bad. I think him saying that he's more than capable to do all those things is standing by your player. This is what I see from Jordi Fernandez. I see him, being straight. He speaks Spanish more than English, I think. So, he just gonna be straight with you. And I think this is what you get. I think this is clean. And my thing is, yeah, if the defense is good, it's not because we the best defense because everybody was playing one-on-one defense. It's really not because of that. It's because we was scrappy. If you look at the defense, like what does Cam Thomas have to do to stay with this team on the defensive side of the ball? You got to be scrappy. You got to be scrappy. You got to go for that loose ball. You got to try to get that steal.
Play
You
those
know what I'm
passing
saying?
lanes.
Be willing to make a play on defense. You know what I mean? Like, and because my thing is, I want Cam Thomas to get to that. Like, be so hungry on offense that you could see offense on defense. Like, if I get this steal, it's going to be me in the basket, just like I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I want to see from Cam Thomas. You know what I mean? That's my favorite player, like I said, because he got drafted here. But I'm not gonna lie, I like Noah Clowney. I like Jaeger. Jaeger being second in 3-pointers is impressive, man. That's impressive, man. I don't
Second
want
and
to
three
ignore
pointers
that.
where on the team.
No, as rookies,
Oh, nice,
all
nice.
rookies, and it's 10. They do the top 10. He's behind Con Knapp.
All right. Shout out to Diego, man.
I think he made the top 10 rookie list. Well, he's top 10 rookie so far currently.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah,
to Diego, man. And that's the thing. People be trying to put like Diego against Cam Thomas, and it's not really against. I just think
right.
that Cam Thomas is one of our fucking rookies that we drafted, one of the best ones. Now, if Diego could be better than that, or as good as that, or hopefully better than that, that's great because he was drafted way higher, so he should be way better. And that's a great thing. Like I want to see all of our rookies do well. I want to see them get minutes. But shit,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you might miss on some. But if they all do well, that's a great
Let me
thing.
let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about Cam being in the 6 man role with this team and just leading the bench? Are y'all cool with that? If he stays, but he's just in the 6 man role.
My thing is whatever works. If it works, I'm not mad at it. If we start losing the first quarter all the time like we was before and we need more firepower, then we know where he should have been. But I think tomorrow, since he coming back from an injury, I would not be mad if he comes off the bench.
Yo, he definitely coming off the
not,
bench.
you know
No,
what
Breeze said he
I
not.
now hold on,
Because who going to
listen.
start? Terrence Mann?
No.
Like,
But listen. That's what I want. But what's really best for the team is not what I want. What's really best for the team is the first time when MPJ gets subbed out, you bring in Cam Thomas. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
but Breeze, answer the question: are you comfortable with Cam Thomas being a 6 man or not?
Yeah, because of the injury. I don't want him keep re-aggravated. I'd rather take Cam
I'm
Thomas for
talking
20
about
minutes.
just really taking on that role, like being a six.
Yes, yes.
Here's another. Can I say this real quick?
If Cam Thomas, if
Go ahead.
if Cam Thomas could play 20 minutes a game because you want to prevent another injury, another string injury, give Cam Thomas 20 minutes. But I bet you he could get you 20 points in 20
but the
minutes.
thing is,
You know what
if
I'm
he
saying?
come back
Like,
and start doing shit like that, it's gonna show that he probably should be starting.
I
right.
don't know, but a lot of niggas should have started. Shit, Lou Will probably should have started most of his career, but the best thing to do on most of the teams he was on to have him come off the bench to, maintain that continuity with scoring and stagger the players you have. So it's not all about starting. It's about doing what's best for the team. You know what I mean?
No, I hear
So
what you're saying, and that's definitely facts. But what I'm saying is, I think when a player is showing you production by beyond the mean, like you could plan to do something, like yeah, we're gonna have him come off the bench, blah 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 blah. But if the games is playing and he's playing like a bona fide star, like he's off the bench scoring more points than niggas in the starting lineup every game, then it's obvious that he should have a more prominent role.
you know what? I don't even really trip about that starting shit, bro. That starting shit
Yeah,
is
no, it don't matter. That's why I
yeah,
said when you first asked, I'm like, yo,
yeah.
whatever works for the team. Like if it's winning basketball, great.
Because I feel like if we can stagger him and MPJ, we can always have at least a score a bucket in there that can get their own a scoring threat, a bona fide scoring threat. You know what I mean? They don't have to play with each other, but if we at least have one of them on the floor at all times, that'll keep us in games when we going on scoring droughts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion about it. I feel like this narrative is going to be pushed tomorrow. If we lose, people are going to blame it on Cam Thomas. I see it already. I'm calling it. If we
Yeah.
lose tomorrow's game, they're going to say it's because Cam Thomas came back. Mark my words.
Yeah, it's gonna be nothing with nothing against the fact that we playing a good team. It's gonna be just because Cam Thomas came back.
Exactly. Facts.
Nah, but I'm gonna keep it real
Because
with you.
that's the way I felt at the beginning of the season. Because they saying we was losing all of those games, but when we got a win, it was against a team that was ass. That if Cam Thomas would have played, we'd have got the win too.
I low key think Jordy can make it work with MPJ and Cam, and they don't necessarily have to be on the floor with each other for a long period of time for him to do that. I think staggering them with the throughout the rotation is the best thing for the team. Me personally.
Yo, I think that Cam Thomas could, for one, be the number one option when MPJ not on the floor. Other than that, you find a way to he could catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where another thing that he could start his offense from catch and shoot. He can make that prevalent. Him doing
But
that.
I think he could do that now, but back in the day, it was hard for him to do that. So I hope he could come in and catch and shoot. But usually, I was saying before, I feel like he need to get a couple dribbles under him to start the motor. But
Mhm.
hopefully, what's up?
No, go ahead.
No finish.
I was just gonna say, you know what I think more important than starting is who finishes the game. That's what matters more. If you're finishing the game, that means you're playing very good basketball, and Jordy is trusting what you're doing on the court at that time. Starting, yeah, whatever. But
Remember
if you're
last year, wasn't he leading the league in fourth quarter points for a while?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yo, Jay, I'm
What
telling
up?
you, somebody like Cam Thomas can make this team a really good team. Like, and I really do believe this team is good enough to make the playoffs. Just the way we playing, because it's not about Cam Thomas offense. And that's what I was trying to say. Cam Thomas offense really not that important if we don't play no defense. But if you got a stifling defense, so you got somebody like Cam Thomas that could give you 12, 16 points in a quarter, somebody like MPJ that could just go off and give you 10 points in a quarter, something like that, 15, 14 points in a quarter, bro. Yes, that is what Jordi Fernandez,
hey Trevor, whoever Trevor Lane is in the comments, pause, bro. You gotta get him out of here, bro.
Oh man, come on, man. Do this, man. Y'all ain't gotta do this. Y'all make me the bad guy, you know. Y'all make me like y'all make me the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy, you know. So you can point your fucking fingers, huh? But it is what it is, man. Cam Thomas got the nod from the head coach to say we care about your defense more than your offense. This is what this says.
Yo,
And
Breeze, when you start
how I
getting
look
them
at it.
trolls like that means you're doing it big, bro. Like you start to be a legitimate like internet streamer because that only happens to them, man.
I guess you know what I mean.
You
Like
gotta,
it should.
bro. Random people don't troll nobodies. You know what I mean? So that means you were somebody.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yo, and if that, I hope what I say count. I hope they listen to the podcast. You know, I hope they listen to, you know what I mean, our perspectives on it, because we really care about winning. You know, And this is why I'm saying the players can make whatever the players can make it work the way y'all do, because us winning, the Brooklyn Nets winning, that feeling for the Brooklyn Nets fans, priceless. Y'all about to be part of the modern NBA where we win a championship. We bring the Nets never won one in New Jersey. The reason, part of the reason is the Brooklyn fan base, and what you got us ready here to support for the entire time. You got people that's going to stay on this as a fan, part of the fan base until you win the championship. I think there is an after. You know what I'm saying? And you want to do that through the lottery. And the Brooklyn Nets are investing in the draft, not just the lottery. You got Noah Clowney important, Claxton important, draft picks, Yago important, draft pick, Drake Powell, he injured. So what? He's still important, draft pick. Danny Wolf important, draft pick. Look at all of the different players that's draft picks. That's important to the Brooklyn Nets. They doing it the right way. And they giving the coach more say than any free agent player. And that's the difference. They gave KD more of a word than Steve Nash. Now they're giving Jordi Fernandez more word. I mean, Jordi Fernandez already had a relationship with MPJ from Denver. From Denver. You feel what I'm saying? He part of MPJ's player development.
You don't remember I gave you Steve Nash game plan, man? Steve Nash game plan was written in crayon and it said pass the ball to KD or pass the ball to
I
Kyrie.
remember
Like
that.
that
Yeah,
was Steve Nash's
I
whole
remember
plan.
that.
So I would listen to KD more than Nash too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Steve Nash was nothing but a figurehead, but he was just there just to I don't know.
Jordi
He
Fernandez looks like much better coach than fucking
oh,
Steve
absolutely.
Nash. And if we'd had Jordy when KD and Kyrie was on the team, we'd have been cooking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even though he'd have been mad
I
younger.
don't think they would have gave the team to Jordy
Right.
if we had Katie and Kyrie on the team personally.
Shit, cause ain't he only like 30 something?
Yeah, like
So that means he
34.
probably would have been 29 or some shit back
Yeah.
then.
But I like Jordy though, man. You could tell he's a player's coach. You can tell that the players respect him. They respect his basketball mind. They understand that he has a good feel for the game. He knows what the hell he's doing out there. Like yeah, it's just night and day between Jordy Fernandez and a couple of our previous coaches like Steve Nash and Jacques Vaughn.
Yeah, yeah, I think he the best thing since Kenny Atkinson, man. It's that simple for me. Um, we got Leaf, everything Brooklyn Nets, John, Easy E on the panel.
Uh
I want
oh.
to give a special thank you to the members of the page first. Maria Signal Moore, Jelio, Marcus, Nets DNA, Beeman Boy, Joey BK, Cooney Jean Philippe, GIHF underscore Carter, Brooklyn LM, Mr. Seahorse, and J Noel 24. Shout out to Leaf, man. And I seen them in the chat. Talk to us. What's the word, Leaf?
Um, First off, happy holidays to everybody.
You
And
leave.
I
Merry Christmas,
this
gang.
was probably the first
Merry
time I've been
Christmas.
in December and I've got 75-degree weather, bro. Like, but happy holidays to everybody.
Thanks, Leaf, man. You sound like Mace, man. We sound like we gonna get a calm cook from you, bro. You sound
He
like
living a
Mason
whole
Westcott,
different
bro.
life, Joey. He
Um,
living a whole
He
different
said a
life right
calm
now.
cook. I'm crying.
I'll be honest with you. Listen, the NBA ain't no guarantees, bro. Like that's the one thing about it. You go out there, you put a game plan together, you put a team together, you win, you lose, then you got to go back to the drawing board. That's just how it is. So I mean, I don't. I'm what I am sold on. What I'm unsure of is what's going to happen in the next month, in the next 2 months, bro. Like with this roster or with MPJ, whatever the case may be, blah blah blah. What I am 100,000% sold on is that there ain't nobody giving us no goddamn handouts, and ain't nobody doing us no favors, and we ain't guaranteed to get shit.
Talk your shit, Leaf.
What do
So
you mean by
so
that?
what I mean by that is that like for anybody up in here, and I know I'm gonna get pushed back for it. I really don't give a shit. But for anybody up in here that still is on this mindset of us getting a top five pick, I'll meet y'all at that bridge when we get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not of that mindset
All right,
because
so hold on, Leaf. Again, I'm not. It's just as the panel grow, I gotta just try to move around the panel the first time. And I wanted to tell you all that the first time round, I'll try to get to everybody faster, and then that second time round, when we like all talking, then I'll switch it up. We got a little more flexibility, but I'm we want to hear from everybody. That's all it is. But I said that to Leaf to say, just talk about tomorrow. What you think about us playing the Wolves? Like, are you doing the play by play? Talk to us, bro. What's the word?
Nah, I'm gonna be at work. I ain't gonna be able to do the play by play. I'm gonna be at work. Um,
What's the
what
play
I
gonna
will
be?
what I will say is that Minnesota, who just came off a tough loss last night, that's gonna be a tough team to beat. We did beat the Sixers. We did beat
Raptors.
who the Raptors, and we have an early win against the Celtics. I think that was our first win of the season. When we have been playing great in the month of December. Guys are
And the
just not.
Bucks. And the Bucks. Remember the blow on the Bucks.
And we got the
The
Bucks too.
the Bucks ain't had nobody on the court.
Even though they mid, but yeah, the Bucks.
Yeah, they mid as hell. The Bucks ain't have nobody on the court. But realistically, bro, like the challenge for us is just continuing to grow as a team, continuing to grow cohesion. For as long as we got this roster. You know what I'm saying? In another month, I think we all got to figure it out. MPJ might not be here. You know what I'm saying? At least for that's what we hearing. But while we still got it, we still gotta understand that we better defensively, bro. We taller defensively. We got more wingspan on the court. I know a lot of people don't like Terrence Mann, but a lot of what he done in this month don't show on the stat sheet. As well as Nolan Trayor and a lot of other players that we had on the bench. Um, Cam Thomas is coming back. I don't know what the fuck that means. Um, but at the same time, bro, like for him just coming off an injury, I say probably 25, 27 minutes just to get him implemented, bro, like and get get
Start
get
work.
everything rolling. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect tomorrow night. We probably playing a pissed off
Talk,
ass.
talk, talk to Easy because he next. Yeah, I just let us say
Yeah.
yeah. Talk, yeah,
I
thoughts
don't
on
know
it.
I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow because we probably gonna play a very, very good basketball team that's probably pissed off that they lost that game that they lost last night. And they had a night though off to really
So
sit
what they
back and
know?
really, yeah. So what they right, but at the same time, that we got to prove that we could be on the same court with them, and then we got a chance to prove that tomorrow night.
Well, we played them one time already, and we
We
did.
did. How
Yeah,
that
we.
how that happened? How that go?
I mean,
We
we did
all
compete. But we competed in that game. So I mean, it's not like we a different team from that time we played
First
them.
half though, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we are a different team from the time we
Yeah, we
played a
are.
lot
Yeah,
of a
we are,
lot of
bro.
teams. But
We on the phone. Yeah.
the one thing going forward is that
a better team at
we
that too, Leaf. A
yeah
better
yeah
team at
we
that.
yeah we are a better team from what we was. We got to be a better team than what we was when we started 0-9. I mean, shit. Like, how could you not be better? Like, you can't get worse than that. Well, you can get worse by losing more games. But I mean, we definitely a better team. We got better cohesion. We got better camaraderie. We got better schemes. We got better X's and O's. We got better defensive game plan. I'm seeing Clowney. It's this. I mean, a lot of our players, a lot of our young players is improving. It's like a fucking turtle, but I mean, they are improving. I mean, like it is what it is, man. Yegor is having some games down the stretch. Clowney, he gets off the good starts. But he end up with 5 fouls. Nolan Trayor, bro, like it's starting to get implemented, bro. Like in a lot of dribble handoffs and pin downs, getting the knife into the basket, drawing the defense. Danny Wolf, y'all already know how I feel about him, man. Like I mean, to each his own. But I mean, at the same time, I think
But to Easy's points, because we're gonna pass it to Easy so we can get around the panel. Like, you
yeah.
don't think your team is competitive versus the Wolves specifically because we played them tough last game? Now with the
Uh
way we playing now, like that's not the same team. Like you said, we a better team. That you know what I mean? Like so, okay, going into what to end the pre-cap for and just go around the panel. You got
mhm.
us winning or losing that game.
I don't know, bro. I mean,
If you
I don't
saying I
know,
don't know,
bro.
that mean you
Man.
iffy. You on the fence with it. That mean we have a chance.
I mean, yeah, we do have a chance, but at the same time, I mean, it's the NBA, bro. It's 82 games. Every team got a chance. I mean, unless they just rolling over, bro. Like, but that's not what we doing.
No
Because
respect. Yeah, you're right,
so we
but right,
obviously got a chance.
you're
So I
right.
mean, I just got to see. I mean, we just got to see
All
how
right,
the
so you
game
gotta
go.
wait and see. You waiting to see. You ain't
Yeah.
really jumping out saying you ain't putting no
Uh,
money on it. You ain't on FanDuel no type shit.
I ain't jumping off the top rope with nothing. But easy,
All
you
right.
could continue, bro.
Just to roll out from that question right there. You right. It's the NBA. Anything could happen in a given night. Like even tonight, like the Wizards beat the I forgot which team they played today, but it was a team that was supposed to beat them. But the Wizards blew them out. So it's a possibility like the T Wolves could play the Wizards blow the T Wolves out. You'd be like, oh, what the hell going on right there? But I think we have a good chance to win that game. We're a better team from when we always before. We played them good, even though they had a phenomenal game against the Nuggets. Like how you said, it's the NBA. We could still do our thing. We a different team. We a better team. We bring a different dynamic to the table, and they might try to underrate us, and that's always going to play a part to us. I don't want to hold the ball too long because we got a whole panel of cookings, All I want to say is real quick, Leaf, to your point or to your statement, I hear what you're saying that we might not get a top 5 pick, but from what we seeing right here, the picks that we have and how we playing, we getting better each day. We looking good. We not the worst team in the league. That's for damn sure. We are not the worst team in the league.
That's a
So
fact, Easy.
that's a big fact. So if we getting better every day with these draft picks that we have, I'm not saying we at that point or at that level. We never gonna know. But I'm saying even without a top 5 pick, whatever guy we get from the draft is gonna take us to the next level. Cause we already at a level. We already stepped up on the steps already.
Talk
And
to
we're
what's
only
that? Talk about that level real quick though, Easy. What level you see? Like what we stepped up to? Because I
That
see
level
two.
ain't guaranteed, bro.
No, hold on. But let's hear from Easy. Go ahead, Easy.
right now, from what we've seen from our guys and our coach and how everything is gelling. Now, mind you, MPJ is taking off a lot of pressure off the guys. So that conversation about him getting traded, that's a little shaky to me. But from what we're seeing right now, from the guys that we got, they are showing great promise. Great promise. Great promise. And mind you, we dropped at 5. Most teams drafted 1 or 2. So we have, if everything pans out, we have a leg up on the competition because we have a lot of great players on our team. So with that being said, the next player that comes in, if we have to extrapolate and put the trajectory on, that player into our system with these guys is going to get better too. That could take us to a level that a lot of teams not fucking ready for.
It's not guaranteed, Reese.
But nothing like how you said, nothing guaranteed in the NBA. But you gotta
Right.
put your coins on the table. You gotta put your chips on the table, push that shit to the middle, and say, fuck it, I'm in. I'm in.
Ain't
Right?
nobody in our front office doing that.
Yo,
I,
hold on. All right,
but
Easy.
yeah, Pastor Rock, yeah. Go ahead. Who after me though?
John, we gotta go to everything Brooklyn. That's John. John,
John,
talk
take
to
it
us,
away.
John.
What's the word? He's yeah.
Um,
Just to address the Cam thing. Listen, we all know where Cam's situation's at. It ain't too good on the trade market for Cam. It's a second round pick right now. Maybe they want to
That's
build
they
that value
fault. They
up. Now they want
they
to. Now
didn't
they want.
pay him. Why would a team
Yeah,
trade for Cam Time? No, hold up. Before you even say the bullshit you about to say, why would a team trade for a
I ain't got
dude?
you to talk. Okay.
Listen, look, seriously. Why would a team trade for a dude they know they could get for free at the end of the year?
He's not going to get a lot of money. I mean, this is supposed to be Cam's big year, right? To get paid. Right now,
Yeah,
if
but
I'm
what I'm
looking at this
saying
from
is,
GM's
why
perspective,
would you
I don't have to
trade
give him
for
anything more
somebody
than
you
10
know
mil
you
at this
could get
point.
for
He's not
free
going to
at
help
the
you.
end of the year if you don't trade for him now?
Again, he's not going to be on this team next year. Hence why he took the qualifying offer.
So
So
you're
it's
not going to
actually
answer the
more of a
question.
risk for us to play him.
All right, thank
And
you.
listen,
That's my
Jay,
TED
Jay,
talk.
here we go. CC. I love how everybody else gets speak words. So I'll go out. No, I like to roll with the punches,
now
man,
go
because
ahead,
I
go
don't
no,
talk
go
that
ahead, John.
bullshit.
Go ahead,
Cook,
go
John,
ahead.
cook.
Go ahead.
I just want him to
Uh,
answer the question. There's no reason to trade for Cam Thomas. Like that's why his value not high
is
because
it
there's no
was? Is
reason to
there a
trade
reason?
for him. You could
Is
get
there?
him for free
Is
at
there?
the end of the year.
Is there a realistic reason to keep Cam right now? No, because he took a
No,
qualifying
I'm not
offer.
going to answer your question because you ain't answer mine. Answer mine first. Why
Oh,
would
okay,
you
okay.
trade for a
I'm just
guy?
gonna go. I just want to go with that go because Jay, you don't want to discuss. You want me to feed into your
No,
narrative.
I
I'm
just
not
want you
gonna
to
feed into
answer the question.
narratives.
That's it. I
Oh
just
my
want you to
God.
answer.
Wait. Hold on. Jay. Let John just get it off, and
Yeah,
then we
let
gonna
him
double.
finish. Let him
Then we
go.
gonna double right back to that question though.
Yeah, we'll
All
get
right,
to the
thank you.
question. Just let him get to whatever he's saying. Even if
Listen,
we don't agree with it, let's just let him finish. Go
No,
That's
ahead.
a
Go
good
yeah,
ahead.
he can
discussion,
finish. I just
but
because he never mind. Got it.
we gonna
Yeah,
double
yeah,
back. We
yeah.
gonna
Let
double
him
back.
go.
no,
Like,
easy. You know how it goes with the Cam Thomas stuff, man. I got to go one way, but I'm going to go the logistical way. Logistically, right now, they got to get his value up somewhat, and right now they should play him as a six man because he's not a starter. Cam Thomas is a six man at this stage of his career because one, he's proven he's not durable. The injuries have caught up with him, hence why his value has really gone down. So the best case scenario for Jordy, if Jordy wants to maintain this defensive system that we don't know if it's legit or not right now, you probably want to best utilize Cam off the bench as a six man. Now, if that cuts into Tyrese Martin's time, I don't care. Now, if it cuts into Nolan or Sarah's time, that's something that Jordy has to figure out. So that's probably the one little question mark there of playing Cam as a six man. But that's the best role for him right now because you have Zaire, Wolf, and Dayron off the bench. You could give him some protection on defense and
hold
rebounding.
on. But what do you mean it's not proven though? I like what you're saying. I'm not necessarily agree or disagreeing, but I want to hear your soliloquy to prove what you're saying because you're saying it's not proven. It looks pretty proven, bro. It looked like he got a system on defense.
We beat up a lot of bad or middling teams. If he does against top contending teams, Breeze, I think I actually might drink the Kool-Aid you were drinking when you started the show, saying we're a playoff team. But we most certainly are
No, I said
miles
we
away
could be a
being a
playoff
playoff
team.
team with this.
Listen, I believe and listen. So we clear. If we can continue to be a number one, number two defensive team, yes, that's a playoff team. There's no way that we don't make the play-in or playoffs with this many games left.
But you see, this is why I don't like
That
defensive rating
makes
because even though we've
doesn't
been
make
playing
sense.
well, like the defensive rating could like those numbers and those ratings that you're looking at could sway your opinion in a way that might differ from your eye test. Because the eye test, yeah, we playing good, but like how John said, some of the teams middle of the pack and they was going through some things. So it's
Can
like,
I slide? Go
go
ahead,
ahead,
Ease. I
Joe.
want to slide in. Can I slide
Go,
this in here though? I
go
noticed
ahead.
something. I get what you're saying about the teams, but you can't deny that the Brooklyn Nets got defense. They got better defensively when they start putting more size on the floor.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. When they start playing Danny Wolf, they start playing these big lineups. They got better, bro.
Yeah,
That's a
but
But
fact.
let's hope. But hold on, time out. Let's call it
Defensively,
whatever.
anyway.
But no, to Joey's point, then we're gonna go back to John, bro. When you put MPJ at the three instead of at the four, and put Clowney at the four and MPJ at the three, that's when we started winning. That's where the winning coming from. That
a lot
big
of
line.
size on the court. You put MP,
But go ahead, John. You were saying a lot in
yeah, go ahead,
the
John. Go ahead.
private chat, man. Get to some of that, man. I wanna like it's not about agreeing with us. I just want you to know that it's provocative. You say things that you know what I'm saying. People are gonna
No, but
rebuttal.
my
You're
thing
talking
is,
about the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying?
my
So
thing is, he trying to make it seem like I was trying to make him go to a narrative. I just asked him a simple question, and he chose to ignore the question and just go with his narrative. Like I'm just asking for an answer to the question. Why? That's it.
Because at the end of the day, why are the Nets just going to let Cam go for nothing? That's
No,
horrible management. At the
but
end of
I
the
just
day,
asked you about what the other team would do, and you said why are the Nets gonna let him go? I said if you're another team, why would you trade for a guy that you can get for the at the end of the year for nothing? Why would you give up something if you know you could starve him out?
again, some teams can do that, but they're likely not going to give Cam a lot of money because one, he's only played 8 games, and now being a six man, he has to prove in limited spurts that he could just maintain being healthy. And I don't think he's going to meet all the things Jordy's asked him. When Jordy said defensively great, I just tuned out that conversation. It's like that's the first thing he wants Cam to do. I think
he said solid. He said solid defensively.
the
It says it
best
right
way to
here.
utilize Cam is be a six man, let him play make, let him score, let the defenders around him make up for his weaknesses. That's all Jordy really has to say, but I know he has a better way of going about it because he wants to protect Cam. But at the same time, utilize him as six man and see what that brings. Does that maybe have a small chance of repairing this fractured relationship? Maybe, but right now, they just want to try to get his value of being a six man because that's what most NBA teams, free agent teams that Jay you're talking about, do see Cam as. If they're going to pay him next summer, it's probably going to be in a six-man role. Right now, though, we still have him under contract, and if the Nets are not going to keep him, you got to try to find a way to get something for him. That's why they're playing him right
So,
now. That's all I
but
was
John,
trying to. to talk
No,
about. But
I feel you, but
Hold on, John. Because
all
hold on,
those
Jay. I
things
just
is
want to
irrelevant to the point I was making. But I heard you.
right. But
You
no. But
could be right, but
hold on.
yeah, that's all I was trying to say,
And let's
Jay. Yeah.
let LM cook.
Hold on. I want John to get to the title of the show, and then we're gonna go to Brooklyn LM, Scott, DJ, and Jamal, a franchise. Shout out to Saint in the chat. Y'all already know Nets Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? One of the best to do it. You already know. Shout out to the whole chat. John, what you think happens tomorrow? Nets versus Wolves. Talk to us.
I think the Nets are going to play gritty like they're doing right now. It's definitely going to be a matchup between MPJ and Anthony Edwards. But I just think for the Nets, they're going to have to play really good on the defensive end because the Timberwolves have some big boys over there: Rudy, Nas Reed, McDaniels. Like those guys know how to dominate in the interior. So Claxton, this is a big game for him because as much as he's improved a lot on the offensive side, we still have to see how he does defensively against some of the best bigs in the NBA, and that's a team like Timberwolves who have a lot of gifted bigs. So that's going to be a big test for Claxton on defense. And for the rookies, for Yegor, this is going to be another test for his defense because those guys are obviously going to target him because he's still not physically where it should be at. But I just think for the Nets, even if there's a chance, I had a chance you don't win tomorrow, just show the effort. If you make it a close game, that proves that what Jordy's building right now is legit. But at the same time, I just think for the Nets, they really got to figure out what this true identity is. They have about a month and a half before February 5th, so we'll hopefully get those answers next few weeks. I just think for the Nets, be competitive tomorrow and try to make the impact on the defensive side and offensively just try to help each other out. And for Cam, in his first minute, see what you can do as a six man. Just keep the offensive energy going when a guy like MPJ sits like you were alluding to. So it should be an interesting game tomorrow. That's all I can say about that right now. Do you want me to quickly address what I said in the comments before I pass the ball to LM?
We get back to it. We can get back to it.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. If we could hold,
it's like 4 more people. It's not just us. Go ahead.
real quick. Let me just say this real quick. If we could hold the T Wolves below 108 or 110, I would say we got a legitimate defense.
Okay.
No,
Holding the T Wolves to below 108 is not impressive. They're already a low scoring team.
Hold on, y'all. Let's get to Scott. Let's get to Scott.
It was LM next.
Yeah, my fault. Shout out to Brooklyn LM. Shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. Brooklyn LM, talk to us, man. What do you think about us versus the Wolves tomorrow? You think we got a chance?
I mean, me personally, I'm hoping for the Wolves, but with this team, you never know. But it should be a good game. It should be a competitive one. I heard Ant might be questionable tomorrow, so we'll see if he even plays. They just went to that overtime. Good Christmas game on top of that. I ain't gonna hold you. That was one of the best Christmas games I think I've seen. But I don't know.
Better than Cavs and Warriors?
I don't know. Like they went into overtime. Like you got Jokic dropping 56, 16, and 6. Like I don't know. That game was tough, bro. Along with the Spurs and OKC game. Like we have some pretty good Christmas games, but Cavs and Warriors is up there, but I think Dallas and not Dallas, Minnesota and Denver is definitely up there. But
that nigga
they always have good games
about Wemby.
That man having nightmares about everybody. But I don't know. I think.
Oh yeah. Hold on, but I'm glad you're here again. I want you to talk about the rebuild and just your perspective on their rebuild and how long it took and seeing them come together as a team, like, and just contrast to the Brooklyn Nets. If you see any contrast, any comparisons, any common threads, are you seeing some of the good things that they're doing that we doing, like they're playing well right now. Where they ranked on defense? You know
the contrast is Wemby.
But looking back at it, right? Like looking like before the Wemby era, like you got to remember in 20 when Brooklyn first signed Kyrie, Kevin Durant in 2019, their best player was Keldon Johnson. Like Keldon Johnson was the star player on that team. Like when we was over here chopping it up, yo, we just got two of the best dude scorers in the NBA on our team. These niggas' best players was Keldon Johnson. Then they stacked up on Devin Vassell next year in the draft. Then they got Jeremy Sohan next year in the draft. Like, and these are the players now that are contributing to what's around. Well, we now have is Wemby. Like, and this is what I'm saying. Like,
So
for
hold on.
us, I don't.
It's hold on. I'm just saying from what you said in that from that draft, it's fair to say that they rebuild is how long because they're competitive now. But how many seasons did it take them to be competitive from their rebuild?
From Wemby, probably what Wemby's in what year 3? So yeah, 3 years. 3 years. But we have to remember, like, we're counting Dylan Castle and Wemby and Fox and all these guys. But they're supporting cast, Vassell, Keldon Johnson,
Penny.
all these guys, and Penny, all these guys was there before Wemby. Like, they were there. They were the core. They was at one point they was building the team around Keldon Johnson. Like, and now Keldon Johnson is barely the 5th best player on the team. So realistically, but he's had a career year. Like, he's playing his role, and that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes your best player in the moment ain't gonna be your best player in the near future. Like, sometimes it switches up. The role switches up. So your best player may be your player you get in the draft or you get to a trade. And that guy turns out to be a star.
Hold on. But Brooklyn LM, slowing it down. What do you think the Brooklyn Nets should do? Even if like we beat the Wolves like tomorrow, if we playing well, do you think they should still prioritize the draft next season?
I think we should. I mean, you got back your asset. Makes no sense to not capitalize on your asset, especially in a good draft. It would just make sense for you to capitalize on that and see who you get in the draft. I mean, even if you don't land top 3, I would be really content if you can at least try to get a Caleb Wilson on this roster. I think Caleb Wilson, along with these guys, would be a really good fit, and that would be a player that Jordi would love on the squad. Defensive juggernaut guy who can also score from the 3-point line, very physical. You know what I'm saying? So he would be a guy that would be good on this roster, but I don't know. Maybe the least point.
Wait, who
maybe our
talking
best
about?
player is Caleb Wilson. Maybe I don't know if that's the guy we get. I don't know if
He's
we
saying
even
that
in
the
the top
draft
3.
is more important.
Need to let go of them dreams, bro.
But I will say to Lee's point. At this point, I don't know. Maybe the best. I'm not ruling out the fact maybe we get our best player through a trade, bro. Like at this point, I don't know. It doesn't seem like
That's
at
what it
this
seemed
point
like
in
to
the
me.
moment they not capitalizing or looking to capitalize on a draft asset. Like, we're so far back from.
But why are we saying it like
where
it's
we
a
at.
negative thing though? Like, oh, our best player could be in a trade. Like, we could still
It's not a
draft
bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I
No,
just need.
leave making a
hold
bad
on.
thing.
Not the
Leave
priority.
I'm not making it
Yo,
a bad
OKC
thing.
got
Hold on.
SGA through a trade, man.
Hold
I'm not making it a
That's
bad
what I'm
thing.
saying. I'm not ruling it out. If it's through a trade, it's through a trade. But I just don't think they capitalizing on they draft asset. But if they want to go that route, cool. But who are we going to get? That's going to be our Shea. If you're talking about a trade, that's the one question that I want to know.
But we could
It's
draft
more than
players
one way to bake a cake.
but we could draft players like the players we have right now that serve roles that could be great towards a team, and then we could be looking out in the free agency or the trade market and say that player, if we add him to what we built already, is going to take us over the hump exponentially to the point where we could win a championship. So even if we're saying we
did when we got Jason Kidd.
Wait, East, who's your franchise guy then? If we're doing this in a small window, who's the franchise guy then? Because you need somebody to be that guy. If we're doing this
right now, we can't just put that window on one player because we drafted 5 and each one of them showing great talent. So right now we're showcasing 5 right now.
My way. Hold on.
But if you compare it to Breezy's point, if you're comparing it to the Spurs, like they got their guy is Wemby. Like it all starts and ends with him. Like if he's gone, your championship is out the window.
I mean,
So
but the
realistically,
way that
Brooklyn LM. Before we go to Scott, what was their record? Do you know their record when Wemby was injured? Because they playing him back into the rotation because he was injured, right?
but I think it was like 9-3 when Wemby was out. They
Yo,
went
nine
nine
and
and
Wemby
three
three.
is
when Wemby
scary
is
as
So
they
hell.
was hold up. Wait, they was 9-3 when Wemby is out. LM, you still in the Nets party? What you doing here?
no,
This
no,
nigga went
De'Aaron
to your
Fox is
den.
going off.
This nigga
De'Aaron
went to
Fox
your
is going
den.
off.
Right.
What you
This
doing
nigga
here,
just
bro?
you
I
can't
don't
just
know why you saying
Yeah.
it like De'Aaron Fox not one of them.
Come on,
Hold
LM,
that.
get your ass up out of here,
no,
bro. Come
he's
on,
saying
nigga.
it like you need to jump
Now he's
ship and
saying it
be
like I need to leave the
Yeah,
ship.
Niggas is
yeah.
like
winning, bro. Like,
Bro, leave, bro. We saw the nigga. I've been here since 2012, bro.
That's
Like
some
I ain't leaving
nasty
no
ass
time
shit right
soon,
there,
bro.
my nigga.
right,
Hold
bro.
on,
That
You
was
hold
saw
on,
the
hold
that,
on.
you
you
saw the
argument for
rosters.
the
You
sport.
saw
You
the
argument for the
rosters.
this
Brooklyn.
sport.
I
this
was,
nigga this nigga
bro.
Leaf
If
is
I was gonna leave, I would have left in
Leaf just
2014.
exposed himself,
Yo,
man.
yo, yo, hold on, yo,
Leaf is
hold on.
out there being a Dallas fan because he in Texas now.
Yo, you see how
Or
this nigga switch?
Nigga said a
Yo!
Dallas
Yo, you
fan.
see how he
Funny.
switch up
he
now?
out there being a Dallas fan
A
now.
Dallas fan.
Yo,
He
Jay,
posing as a Dallas
Yo!
Right.
fan.
Nigga
Jay,
said
Nah,
a
you
Unfortunately,
see how he
Dallas
Leaf.
switch
no,
to
fan.
seriously, he
OKC?
said that
That's
too much
wild.
variety. He said
Why
that
am I
with too
Right,
much
posing for?
flavor.
Bro,
right. He
Dallas
like,
is
yeah,
worse than
nigga.
us,
I'm
ain't
only
they?
a Nets fan up here, man.
Yo,
When I'm
Right.
in real
Leave.
life,
We
yo,
both
dog.
was
Dallas is
about
yo,
to
worse than
suck
us,
here,
bro.
bro.
Why would I
Dallas
go
has a
somewhere
Dallas has a
worse?
franchise guy though, Leaf.
Nah,
I
he a
yo,
wouldn't
Spurs
Jay,
I
fan,
would
so
not
he
say
gotta
so.
feel
yo,
like
Unfortunately,
he
Leaf.
got the
All of
love.
Not
us,
way
all
so.
of us are
to
stuck here,
They
bro.
OKC.
franchise guys from Duke.
This nigga done.
Nah,
Have you seen? Wait, wait, wait,
nah.
Leaf,
He
have you
just here to
seen
shit on
Kobe
the
Black
Nets.
play 42
That's what
points
it
at
is at this
18 years
point.
old? No NBA rookie has ever done something like that. Don't ever say you're just from Duke, man. Come on.
Yo, yo, at
Yeah,
this
but
point,
but
he
the,
just
Nigga,
here
but
to
Cooper
shit
the,
on the
Flag
Nets,
finna
bro. He
sit
done
down
he
yeah.
done beat
before.
Texas
Listen,
team.
I
He took up
understand that, bro.
OKC.
It looked
He
good
not with us
now.
no
How
more.
is it going to look in the next 5 years when it's time to compete?
He's a hybrid player.
Hold
Uh,
You see
hold
what
on,
he
y'all.
does
Hold on.
offensively and defensively? I wish I had a
Hold on,
player
y'all.
like
yeah.
that on this team right
Hold on,
now.
y'all.
Nothing good could come from playing defense, bro. It all leads to injury.
Hold on, y'all.
Next,
Let Scott and DJ and Jamal get in the conversation. We gotta go to Scott, man. He a content creator. He
thank you.
got a YouTube
Scott,
page called Apartment Gamers and More. You know what I'm
and he
saying?
take amazing pictures, man. So if y'all need pictures, holla at Scott, man.
Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Met Scott in real life. You know what I mean? Word. He had a telescope actually.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Scott
saying?
pictures is fire.
Word. Shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Scott, talk to us. I know you know what I mean. You do your show. Tell them about your show before we get into it. You know what I mean? How you feel about the title? What show? Oh, you on mute, Scott. I got you. Go ahead,
Oh,
Scott.
yeah. You can reach me at Apartment Gamer and More on YouTube and Apartment Gamer One on X. Yeah. So, what was the question, Breezy?
Do you think we got a chance? Well, look at the title. I mean, not the title. You see what's on the screen with
Yeah.
Jordi Fernandez said about Cam Thomas. How you feel about that?
Oh, I might be impartial because I'm a Cam Thomas fan, but I think he can. You need a team, and I always said that. You know, talent got to be on your bench as well when you went making a run. So Cam Thomas would make a good bench player, or he could start. I mean, you need versatility. I thought this is what everybody wanted was versatility. This would be versatility. You got a small guard that can put up a microwave 20 to 30 points. That's not a negative. That's an asset.
That's not versatility though. That's just playing different
But that's
different
still an
quality
asset for a
positions for
coach.
backup.
A coach wants assets. He wants versatility. That is a versatility.
Versatility is
Not
defense,
everybody can do
athleticism,
that.
No,
Not
dominance,
no,
everybody
speed.
John,
can.
you
That's
miss you missing
versatility.
what he's
Hold on,
saying.
let him
He
Wait,
he
wait, wait.
he
Yeah, let
let
him
him get
finish.
into his
you
shit. Like,
missing
cause
what he's
he
saying.
just
By adding a guy off the bench or starting that could score 30 points, it adds more versatility to the team. He's not saying Cam Thomas is the
right,
most versatile player.
I did say
right.
that, right? Yeah, I thought I did,
Eh,
but yeah. Listen, a lot of people who hate Cam Thomas. I don't even know why. I can't. I kind of know why, but I don't even want to go there. But besides the point,
No, speak the
um,
truth.
well, Cam
Yeah, don't
came in a
nobody the
time.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Cam,
Cat got the time.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's best to stay silent.
Nah, not on the Big Fan Breezy Brooklyn Nets Vlogs podcast. Talking shit.
Well,
Nah,
see,
Breezy,
well, you gotta remember, Cam came with Kyrie and stuff, and
I say
people
that
look
all.
at people look at our last super team that we had, and Cam was
You know what
there,
I find
that
funny,
close
bro?
thing. Go ahead.
I find funny, bro, like that. As good as the December that we having, bro, like somehow, some way, we found a way to navigate
To
towards
a
Cam
negative
Thomas,
thing.
bro.
Yeah, a
Well,
negative
it's
thing.
not about navigating the Cam Thomas. The news he came,
that was the
so
news though. He was coming back.
like it's hold
Right.
on, it's
Yeah.
fine, right? But no, but hold on. Again, like not to
Shut up.
deviate
Shut
the
up.
pressure leap about this. Obviously, y'all all seen the news. It's not like I just did a live about Cam Thomas. But go ahead, Scott. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that I think Jordy needs to figure out how to implement Cam into the system. That's all. And there's a place. I mean, if you want to go star hunting and individuals in a team sport, that's up to you. I'm looking at the team. He needs to also be able to be flexible. He needs to understand what the coach wants. Jordy has done a terrific job with those rookies, but he can't lean on them rookies because they rookies. All you can do is put them out there so they can learn. You got to surround them with people. I'm quite sure Cam Thomas has something to give to somebody. I don't know if we know, any one of us know what the locker room really is or how they talk to each other or do they get along or anything like that, because that makes a big difference. It also makes a big difference on any of these rookies who can step up. There's a short period of time, 2 to 3 years. If you don't show nothing in 2 years, you're going to be relegated to a lesser role. 9 out of 10, you might even get traded. So it's not even a part of, somebody out of this draft class got to come up, and there's got to be more than one since you picked five, which is crazy, but that's what the situation is. Cam
Only the Nets.
Thomas has an excellent opportunity if he leaves the Nets to go someplace else and show his talent. I don't want nobody from the net fan base to cry when Cam does his thing somewhere else and say he didn't do it here. He didn't have the opportunity to do it here, and y'all know that.
Can,
I
can I
think
can I
I think
can I
most
say
of
this
y'all
on the
know
record
that.
too? Can I
Hold
say
on,
this on the record?
Nah,
Can I say
that's
this?
50. I feel like
hold
that's
on, time,
50
time,
50.
time, time. Hold on. Let's just continue to go to Scott because we gotta get the DJ and Jamal the franchise.
No, I
Scott,
pass it. I pass it now.
no, Scott. All right, so
Yeah.
just all right, so all
You have
right,
a
so
Can,
Scott
question?
is
can I?
passing it. Scott is passing. Nah, it's cool. We just gonna keep it going around the panel. We're gonna go around twice though. Shout to DJ on the panel. Talk to us. Cam Thomas back
Yo,
tomorrow.
yo, my
Tomorrow,
boy
man.
Breezy, what's up, my brothers? What's going on, family? What's
Brother.
up,
Yeah,
y'all?
you see Cam Thomas back in
What's
the
the
lineup,
word? What's the
man.
word? Yo, you already Breezy.
Just,
You already
just
know that's my guy. Come on now, that's our boy. You know that. Yo, nah, listen, bro. He back though. My doors on the conversation that he had with them was like, yo, he gotta play, he gotta fit in. You know what I'm saying? What we got going on? You feel me? The defensively, gotta dish out. You know what I mean? It's a couple dimes out tomorrow, stuff like that. Hopefully, my boy can get in a rhythm, get some PT. He might come off the bench. He might start. We'll see how Jody sees it for tomorrow. Couple more things that I also want to say. Cam Thomas never had no opportunity, man. We gotta stop this, yo. He never
talk your
really
shit, DJ.
had no really opportunity to show what he could do, right? Think about it just like this, right? Let's go back in time, right? The first year he got here, the big three was here. It was Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and James Harden when he got drafted to the Brooklyn Nets, right?
Okay.
Right? Steve Nash was the coach, right? Nash barely gave him no playing time when Kyrie was doing what Kyrie was doing, whatever what was he was doing, right? So they messed up this man development. When we made the playoffs and the playing, right? I totally forgot. We had the playing tournament versus Cleveland, and we played Boston in that first round series where we got swept. Cam never saw the court. Not none of them times during them series, right? Understandable, right? You trying to win a championship, whatever, but Nas never trust him, right?
Hey DJ, can I ask you a
The
question?
year, the
I
year
can't say
after
enough
that, the
trust
year.
him.
What
Hold on,
about?
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, Joe. Hold on, bro. The year after that, right? The 22-23 season, right? Kyrie was here, Ben was here, KD was here, right? They get traded in February, right? He having these 40-point games, all this other stuff going on, right? JV is the coach now. He's seeing what's going on, right? Mikel comes, Cam Johnson comes, doesn't play in the playoff series versus Philadelphia. I believe he was like DNP throughout that playoff series, right? Doesn't get the court, right? Okay,
Okay.
boom. 23-24 season, JV still the coach of the Brooklyn Nets organization. Never get doesn't like CT, doesn't mess with CT. He gets DMP until Mikel Bridges had to come out publicly and said, "Yo, give him some PT, starting him. We fuck we mess with him, Cam. We fuck with him, Cam. Things like that.
Is that a fact or are
Then,
you making that
then,
up? Is that a
hold on,
fact?
hold on. Then
Nah, there's some
after
truth to
that,
that.
after that, he gets fired. The minute JV gets fired, Kevin Ollie actually like, yo, I like CT. I'm gonna play him more minutes. I'm playing more games. They
Okay.
finally played him
That nigga played him out of pity,
of
yo.
his like
Yo,
second year,
LMS.
his like second year or like some shit. Then his third year comes, right? I believe he's like the third year, the fourth year, whatever, what year last year, right? He gets Dennis Schroeder, right? Dennis Schroeder is basically on the team. It's Cam Johnson. This is the last season with Ben Simmons. We're actually playing well, right? We're 15 and 15 at one point. Actually trying to make a push for the playoffs, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Obviously, at the time, last season, trying to get a high lottery draft pick, go get Cooper Flag or Don Harper, whoever we had to go get last year, things like
Right.
that, right? Tanking year, right? They
And we
trade
screwed that
Dennis
up.
Schroeder. When him and Dennis was balling, they get rid of Dennis
They were
Schroeder
balling.
and and DFS
Remember
that like
Ron.
a year ago. I believe
Losing too.
a year ago they got rid of both of them players, bro.
Don't
And
forget
then
Shake
you
Milton.
know what I'm saying?
They
And,
can bake.
like also too, he
Yeah.
gets hurt too. So it's like, yo, he never had a real shot, never had a real chance. He finally has a coach that actually believes in him. And Jordi Fernandez, obviously, the front over they feel very good.
Eh,
But
Can I
the
say,
end of
DJ?
the
It's a
day,
little bit of truth to what you're saying.
no. Go ahead, Joey. Yeah, go ahead.
It's some truth to what you're saying, right? But let's not. And I like Cam. I'm not. Everybody knows I'm not no Cam hater. I like Cam, but let's not act like Cam wasn't playing consistently when McKell and them was like, "Yo, Cam need to play." Cam's been playing, getting consistent playing time for a while, for a couple years now with the Nets. The day with Cam Thomas is he can't stay healthy. His hamstring has been prohibiting him from really, stringing these long seasons along. So I get it. When he first got here, yes, they did hinder him. But let's not act like he hasn't been getting consistent playing time with this team for like the last fucking 2, 3 years now.
Can
Joey,
somebody
hold
put
on, but let's add to that
Wait,
though.
wait.
But let's add to that though, right?
I
So
have a
let's add
question.
that to that
I have a
though. If
question.
he was a better player, Joey, let me ask you this: if he was a better player in those years that he was coming off the bench, if he was a better player in terms of a better defender and a good playmaker, would there have been a conversation about him even coming off the bench, or would he have just been an automatic start?
No, I think he would have been. I mean, the big knock on Cam when Jacques Vaughn was here was like, yo, he's not playing defense. Everybody knew that he wasn't doing the little things right. Everybody knew he could
Mm-hmm.
score, but he wasn't putting it together with everything else, with the
Mm-hmm.
playmaker, with the
Here's
defense.
the thing,
But that
Jock Vaughn. Nobody. I'm gonna be real with you. To me, I didn't like Jock Vaughn. I didn't respect
no,
Jock Vaughn as a coach. I'm gonna be
I, I
really honest
I'm
with
not
you.
vouching for Jacques Vaughn.
The play
I don't
style,
like him. But
the
I'm
play.
telling you, that's the reason why they didn't play him. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just telling you how they looked at Cam. They're like,
I
yo,
agree.
we know
No,
he
I
a
agree with
bookie.
that
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So
But at the
If
end
he
of the
was
day,
a better defender and a better
hey,
playmaker, I
I
don't
put
think
I
they
was
sit
just
him
one
down
thing.
like.
But I think what happened was when you a rookie like that and you don't get no
I just
burn,
don't like the
just
that.
like you saying about these rookies don't get no burn, how they gonna learn?
I
That
seriously.
same
And
thing
they,
applied to Cam
because Jordy trust
Thomas.
him,
Bro,
stop.
Right,
Cam
but
Thomas,
Yeager and
Cam
them wasn't
Thomas
coming
And
to
you're
top
not
tier
and you're
rookies.
not
Y'all
saying
saying
that.
y'all
None of
saying
y'all are saying that.
yeah, but y'all
I
saying Cam Thomas ain't getting no playing time. He been starting since
Nah,
McHale was
nah,
there.
nah.
Yeah, but you
But
gotta remember how many
Joey,
coaches have he had?
Joey, how many
Can
coaches
somebody
has he
bring up how
had though,
many games
Joey?
he played?
How many
He
coaches he
wasn't
had?
he
How you
wasn't
gonna start someone
he
who's
How
wasn't
many?
starting right
a
away.
defensive
He
guy?
wasn't starting right
Hold on,
away
y'all.
with
Hold on, y'all. One mic. One mic. Somebody got an echo. Somebody got an
Somebody got
echo.
echo.
One mic, and I gotta go back to DJ. Then we gotta get to
Ayo,
Jamal's
ayo,
franchise.
Breezy, yeah. So I'm gonna finish up, and then I'll pass it the mic to Jamal. Yo, I was about to say this though, was like, yo, like, listen, he had playing time throughout the years before that stuff like that, but the end of the day, even when Cam Thomas had it going, it was games where when we had Mikal Bridges on the squad, he had it going, stuff like that. You see JB pull him out and put him on the bench, stuff like that. So
Sure enough.
he kind of didn't really like let him actually grow, actually play, let him go through the mistakes. The issue we have now with Agor and all these guys now, 2 years ago when we had Cam on a rookie contract, so that but before he actually now has to get paid an actual NBA contract. You feel me? They didn't really invested enough into him and say we have to work on this and that in the dirt. You feel me? I feel like the coaches that have before Jody didn't really like him, didn't really ever him that much. That's
Bro,
why the other guys got playing
Mikhail
time
handed him
before
the
him.
keys.
Like they play
Mikhail
they
handed
play like
Mikhail
Patty
handed Cam
Mills.
Thomas the keys because he like, yo,
They
I
like
don't want to
play
deal
like
with this.
Steph Curry,
His
but
Cam's the number one option now.
they playing Goran Dragic. They playing guys like like
But
Lonnie Walker over him, Lonnie Walker and
Joe,
Smith Jr. Like yo like they was like playing guys over him. It's like yo for real, why are you playing them guys over him though?
Cam's been
Like
getting playing
what's
time
going
since
on though? Like this is
Jacques
not
Vaughn
like
got fired. He's been getting playing time, man.
oh,
Joey, the big
Hold on,
question
y'all.
is who
Hold on,
drafted Cam Thomas? Kevin Durant or
hold on,
Sean
y'all.
Marks?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got y'all. We
Who
gonna go
drafted
around the
him?
table. We gotta go to
Yo,
Jamal
this
the
nigga
franchise though.
Joey. I mean, John laughing at his own jokes over here, man.
That was
Yo,
actually a good joke.
hold on, y'all. Let's let DJ
Ayo
pass it to
Joey,
Jamal. Let
Jamal, I'm go ahead, bro. On you.
Yo,
Jamal.
what's good, y'all?
yo,
Jamal,
Jamal, what's
talk
the
to us.
word,
Cam,
dog?
What's
Cam
good?
Thomas
What's
is
good?
a
What's
great
good?
free agent tomorrow, man. Talk to us. What you got? How you feel about it?
I feel like let's see how it goes. Like he shouldn't affect the rookies because at the end of the day, he should be taking the minutes from Terrence Mann and Martin. And he hasn't played. He hasn't really played with this lineup either. When he got injured, this lineup was implemented like a game before.
Yeah.
So let's see
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah, I don't like that narrative either about him taking Terrence Mann's minutes. And here's the thing, I don't like Terrence Mann, but like Leaf said, we have to understand there's certain things that Terrence Mann does on the court that a lot of these guys don't do. He provides that grit, that toughness. He could do a little bit of everything, take care of the ball, do point guard, and he's fighting for rebounds and doing shit like that, doing the dirty work. These Cam Thomas is a great scorer. He's not doing those things. So you have to understand these are two different type players. We know Cam can score, but is he going to go get in there and get his hands dirty? Is he going to get in there
Jamal. All
and
right,
play team basketball?
Yo,
so
Joe,
so
Relying on
Trey
hold on,
Terrence
Powell
hold
has
Mann
a
for
way higher
grit.
ceiling than Terrence
hold on.
Mann, man. Come on.
Let me go back to let
I
me
don't
go
He
see
back
his
to
relying on
takes on
Terrence Mann
hold on,
for
respectfully.
y'all.
grit.
Hold on, y'all. Let me
Like,
go
it's
back to
nasty, these
hold on,
takes on Terrence Mann,
John.
respectfully.
Hold on. Let me go back to Jamal the franchise. Jamal the franchise. I think it's a statement game if we beat the Wolves tomorrow with Cam Thomas. What about you? How you feel about tomorrow night's game?
Breezy, it
Statement
doesn't
game?
matter. To be honest with you, it doesn't
Yo,
matter.
hold on.
If you want
I
to
didn't ask you, John. I didn't ask you to LM. Hold on, y'all. Let me ask Jamal the franchise. Go ahead, Jamal.
like, I feel like it doesn't matter because if we lose, they're gonna blame Cam Thomas anyway.
Nah, that's a fact
If
though.
Nah, that's not
Yeah, though.
true. That's
I
not
don't like
true.
that. I don't like that.
it's
I think that's
it's
Yo,
untrue.
somebody got some
Somebody,
Somebody
bad
got echo.
feedback. Y'all
yeah,
fucking up the
somebody might
audio.
just go. Somebody
Somebody
might go
gotta like
crazy.
mute up.
Yeah,
Yeah, word.
I don't think that's fair though. I don't like that though. I don't think that's
It's,
fair
it's
though.
not fair,
Go,
but
Me
go
it's
ahead,
going to
neither.
happen.
Jamal.
It's
So
going
what
to
if we
happen,
win,
y'all.
Jamal? What if we win, Jamal?
if we win, then that's a positive thing, you know.
Not for a
But
lot
I
of
don't think the
them.
blame is gonna be on Cam if we lose, nigga. We've been
Hell
losing
yeah,
for the
bro.
majority.
Everybody is
What
gonna say it,
you
bro.
mean?
The nigga
LM,
is coming off a hamstring. The nigga
bro.
He's
hasn't
gonna
played
be
in a
on coming off the
month.
bench.
Bro, look, I'm already the
Possibly.
reason why I say it. One, I already been talking to mad Cam Thomas haters, and they said every one of them said the game Cam Thomas come back. Watch we lose. Watch we lose. So they waiting to say something.
But then
That's
he just trying to
corny,
then he
bro.
just trying to be
Minnesota's a better
funny.
team, bro.
Exactly.
If they win, it'll be
If,
because they're a
But
better team. It's not
they
because of
even
Cam
trying to be
Thomas.
funny with it though, Jay. They saying when Cam come back, he gonna help the tank.
Yeah,
if I
yeah, right.
But I don't
oh
even like.
man,
I don't even like that though. Like you
That's
That's
like
nasty
nasty
work
work, bro.
too.
but
That's
like you
nasty
like
work too,
you're not
yo.
even watching
What
the
what
game.
happened?
Like you just predetermining shit. Like even
Think
if you
Cam
come
Thomas
back,
gonna help the tank?
but even if you
You
like
say Cam
say that,
Thomas gonna what?
Help the
yeah,
tank.
help the tank. He gonna next game he gonna
Yeah,
lose.
I believe he could help the team. I just don't believe he could help the team in the
No,
role that a
the tank,
lot
the
of niggas
tank, the tank.
No,
You
he
mean
said help the tank.
help the
Help the
The
tank.
tank.
tank, the tank,
Oh, I believe
tank
he
and
could
nigga.
help the team and help the tank. He could do one or the other.
But
wait,
niggas is
what?
saying,
Like
yo,
that's
but
these is facts.
leave. Niggas
One or
is
the
saying the
other is
minute he
crazy.
come back, watch
He
niggas
could do
come
one
back
or
as
the
a bad
other. He
thing.
could either help the team or help
We
the tank.
But
we
niggas
are
is
in a
saying like the minute
horrible
he
You know what
come
I'm
back,
position
it's
saying?
right
gonna
So
be
now.
I
like a bad
mean,
thing, like he
it
hurting the
is what it
team.
This
is,
is
bro. I
Like I don't
crazy.
mean,
even like that, bro. I don't like that narrative
like
right there,
man,
bro.
shit, men lie, numbers,
If
men
if
lie, women
anybody's
lie,
gonna get
numbers
pulled
don't.
out tomorrow, it's the front court. Clowney
Shit, I'm
Claxton.
about
They're
sick
the
of the
ones that should be
bullshit, bro.
guarding these
Like, if
best
we got
bigs.
Cam
Like,
Thomas in the right
no,
spot,
wait,
then
leave, wait,
we
wait,
gonna
leave, finish.
continue to
This
get
nigga
better
mic
and
went out, bro.
improve
He
as a
can't hear us
team.
again, bro.
And it's gonna show tomorrow night. I mean,
I
tomorrow
bet you
night he
can't hear
just
us,
coming
bro.
off an injury. I mean, I think we could all agree 25 minutes is good enough for him. I mean, like just coming back off the injury, just getting back into the flow of the game and the speed of the game and everything, you know.
Yeah, I think he gonna ease him back in. They're gonna ease
Yeah,
him back.
yeah.
He just
They're gonna
came off
ease
a
him back in. You know
hamstring,
what I'm saying?
bro.
Because a lot of these players, by hook or crook, bro, like I don't think a lot of these players on this team is here to lose.
Bro, the
So
You know,
nigga
I
hasn't
asked,
played
hey
in a
Jamal,
month,
Jamal, you
bro.
finished with your take, bro? I don't want to cut you off. You finished?
I
Is
think
He's
Jamal?
not.
Jamal. I think
He's
Jamal
not
did
here. He
actually,
dropped
but
off.
Nah,
He
I,
dropped
I think
off.
he
Hey,
Oh,
dropped
I
Breezy,
off.
think
can
I
he
think he
dropped
dropped
off.
off.
I ask the rest of the panel? So I asked Breezy this question before y'all got on here. Would
what
y'all?
about?
How do y'all feel about Cam Thomas being in the six-man role indefinitely on this team? Like that be
It's
his role on his team because he can help carry that second unit when MPJ is not in there and Jordy can stagger both of them. Do you
I
think that's
feel
it's
great about it. But that's
it's
perfect.
Hit
Love it.
it.
That'll be good.
Wait, hold on. Hear
I
the thing
love it,
about it,
bro. I
or do you
feel
think he
perfect.
should start? Or do you
Ho-
think he should start?
Joey. Hit the
Not
thing
right
about it, though.
now.
Joey, hit the
I
thing
mean, not
about it,
tomorrow.
right?
Definitely not tomorrow night. I think they
Ho-
should ease him back in.
Yo, somebody sleep? Somebody
Yeah,
snoring?
I think
Yeah, I'm
somebody
not
is.
talking about tomorrow night. I'm saying when it's all said and done, like that's his role, Lee. Like let's
You
Jo-
talking about
Jo-
like on a championship roster or just
not
in
no,
Joey.
no,
general?
no.
Jo-
On
on
our
just
team.
now
On our
on this
team.
team.
Joey.
On this team.
on this
Joey.
team. I mean,
No, I think 6 man is best for him on this team.
N-
I think
If
six
But
men is
but
best for him on this team. I think
but Joey.
we got a good thing going in terms of the direction that we going in defensively. In the direction that we going in offensively, bro. Like I mean, it's a lot of ball movement. It's a lot of spread the floor. It's a lot of find the open man. Clax is taking advantage of his opportunities. He getting a lot of Draymond triple doubles, but it is triple doubles nonetheless. Not saying that Cam Thomas doesn't add to certain elements on the court, but I think he could add more to our bench production.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, you know what I'm
it's his
saying? I
best
think he
chance.
got.
It's his.
I like Cam Thomas
Oh my god.
after three straight hamstring injuries. I like Cam Thomas better in a 25-minute role, bro. Than I like him in a 31-minute role as a
Joey.
starter, bro.
If Cam
My
wants to
bad.
get paid, he's
but
gonna have to
but
Shit,
become a
light a
six
but
match,
man.
Joey.
nigga. Shit.
But
Like
Joey,
it.
hear the thing, right? Hear the thing, cause Jordy
Yeah,
rotations.
so
He doesn't have a
I'm cool.
clear
I'm
set
cool with his
rotation.
role. I'm cool with his 6-man role.
Bro. Go ahead,
But
easy.
but Jordy doesn't have a
Easy,
clear
where you
set
at?
This nigga
He
can't hear
talking.
me.
You can't hear him?
Nah, he can't hear me.
You can't
His mic,
hear him?
No, no,
his
no, I
mic went.
can't.
Yo,
Tell
what the
tell
hell wrong with this
no, no,
StreamYard, bro?
no, no,
Because
no.
that
It's not
happened
stream.
multiple times.
Nah, that's fucking Leaf. He need to fix his shit that's going on with him. It's fucking Leaf. That's always going on with that shit. Leaf, back the fuck up. You get your phone back on, my nigga. It's always this nigga. It's nobody else besides this nigga. Nigga, no, it's
He
him.
out there
You
in
need
the
to.
boonies in the
Go ahead,
middle
bro.
of
It's
Texas.
that
He in
Texas bullshit,
Texas.
bro.
That's why.
No, it's
That
that.
nigga in
Fucking
Narnia.
Jackson. You
That's what
keep
he
calling
at.
us a bandwagon and
Yo,
shit. That's
shit.
what that fucking karma coming back to hit him. Yeah, you don't get to fucking hear niggas no more. Fuck that.
Hold up. Why
Fuck
you
that.
why you maxing, bro? Like, hold up. Nigga,
You thought you couldn't hear
ain't
him.
enough liquor in that chopped cheese, nigga. Calm down, bro. The hell you talking about? Go
Hold
ahead.
on, yo, easy. Go ahead. Get
All
back.
right, let me get back on track. Let me get back on track. Joey, the thing is about it though, Jordy, he doesn't keep a set rotation. So even if you try to say like, yo, indefinite at a 6-man, you know at some point in time throughout the season, Jordy going to change up the lineup just to experiment and see things. So he
That's
is going to
true.
throw Cam
That is
Thomas
true.
back in that lineup. So he's not going to have an indefinite 6-man role. So
That's true.
and then it's just not going to
I
happen.
mean, if we winning, he is.
But you still going to change up the lineup to experiment things. You
Why? Well, if it's working, don't fix it. What like if it ain't broke, why would you? What are you fixing?
could you trying to experiment with the guys
But
that
he
you
usually,
have,
I
my
think
brother?
You
Jordy
trying
Jordy
to
in love
usually
with
you trying to
man, bro.
experiment with a
He,
you trying
I'm
to
sorry, Jordy. Go
experiment with
something
a
stupid, bro.
already winning with an
No,
already improving roster.
he's gonna do what should have been done when Cam Thomas came into the league. Is to give the rookies
Give him
playing
a
time.
6-man.
I
Give
think
them
it's too
the
late for
rookies
that, bro.
playing
Like,
time.
bro, like I mean,
So that I mean,
if anybody
it
that's
ain't too
making
late for the rookies. It ain't too late
no,
for
it ain't
Danny
too late for the
Wolf.
rookies, but I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying.
The Cam Thomas,
Oh yeah, I mean he ain't worried about that.
the Cam Thomas, high level role.
He ain't worried about
I
that.
think that ship
Nah,
has
he
come
ain't
and
worried
gone,
about
bro.
that.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
you're right. He ain't
So
worried about that.
I'm
let me
hearing
ask you this.
narratives that if he getting more minutes over Nolan Traore, fans gonna have a problem.
No,
Right?
let,
That's
let,
how you
See,
know it's bad.
let
but
me ask
see,
you this.
this the point I was
Because
saying
Nolan
about Cam
Traore
Thomas.
they
has
gonna
proved
have a
that in a
problem
short
regardless,
role, bro,
LM. You know
that
how
he can
Nets
do some
fans is.
things.
Leaf,
Nets
let me
fans
ask you
gonna
this
True.
though.
complain regardless, LM. You already know.
But Leaf, let me ask you this though.
True.
So if you see Drake Powell throughout the season playing better and his offensive game getting better, you don't see even if we win it, you don't see Jordi Fernandez putting Drake Powell in a starting position, even though it might be like somebody like Terrence Mann in the starting role. You don't think he gonna put him there if he playing better, even though we win it? You don't think he gonna make that change?
I think he will, but like only if Terrence Mann is like limited with injuries or off the roster, bro. Like what people got to understand is that Terrence Mann had he had a lot to do with us being with us having a strong defensive month that we had. And I shouted him out after every single game, bro. Like, I mean, it is like when Drake Powell was out there twisting his ankle, bro, like stepping on pebbles, bro. Like this nigga's the
Yeah.
POA. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so like let's not get it confused. Let's not act like
I think Powell is back too tomorrow, by the
Nah,
way.
Hey,
Yeah, he
he
yo,
back.
yo, real
Powell
quick, shout,
Powell.
Yeah,
could be
shout,
back on the short roll too.
I don't
shout to
really,
the
yeah.
I don't really
41
give
people
Terrence.
watching. Make sure y'all subscribe, know what I mean? And subscribe to the pen list. But word.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
But
not,
Word,
I'm
word,
not a
word.
big man fan, but he is gritty though. He played gritty. I give him
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Terrence Mann got a lot of grit. He got a lot of effort. He go after the a lot of second chance opportunities, man. Like we get that's broken plays where the defense is napping, bro. Like we could getting something extra. We could get a second chance from him. He's very he'll go into the trenches, go in there, and go in there for a rebound. He'll do a lot of the dirty stuff. He ain't offensively gifted. A lot of the stuff that you see on his stat sheet is not
He
points
is
and
good
not
on rebound.
enamored. Yeah, he is, and I think that's what you need going forward because not everybody on the team is going to be filling up the stat sheet and everything, bro. Like that's not the type of team that we
That's
are.
what? That's Terrence Mann.
Yeah,
That's the longest time he resided in Brooklyn. As far as he niggas are saying he born in Brooklyn, but he was only here for all of 2 seconds. So he
Man,
yeah,
probably getting used to
I got
yeah.
you.
That
he
bro, the
probably getting
nigga was
used to
he was here
the
for the
real
birth
Brooklyn
and
now.
then went to Minnesota, bro. Like
And,
I don't know where he
Oh,
came
so
from.
he really ain't from Brooklyn.
exactly. I got
Nah,
it.
nah,
Hey, let
I
me
nah.
mean,
tell y'all.
Oh,
Hold
his
on, real
birth
quick.
certificate say he born
they
here, bro.
made it.
Don't
They
believe
made
that,
He was
it
bro.
sound
born
like he
here, but
was.
he
He
did
would.
like as a
Let
kid.
me tell
So
y'all this
He
Oh,
story.
was
they made
born
it
here.
sound like
Wait,
he been here
Joey
for
go.
a long
I
time.
mean,
nah.
bro,
Joey
like
go.
Jordan was born in Brooklyn,
Let
bro.
me
He
tell
ain't.
y'all this story real quick, right? So
Let
I
Go
Joey
grew up.
go.
ahead.
I got into it with Brian Lewis about this shit on Twitter, right? He took me all
Yeah.
shit. Or Terrence Mann from Brooklyn. He that da da. I said, man, Terrence Mann ain't from Brooklyn. I was like, he wasn't raised here. He was like, well, it doesn't matter. It's what his birth certificate say. I said that shit don't matter. I said Jordan was born in Brooklyn, but he a North Carolina boy. I was like Melo was
Exactly.
born in Brooklyn, but niggas look at him for being more from Baltimore than fucking Brooklyn. What are you
That's
talking about?
right.
So it's more
Yeah.
Exactly.
about so
Brian Lewis said that.
yes. I said it's a little more about.
Oh,
I said it's a little bit more about where you was raised at.
that
More
motherfucker
He's
ain't
from
from
more than
Brooklyn.
Massachusetts, man.
I was like,
They was saying, they
That
was
hold on,
saying,
hold
motherfucker
on.
ain't from
hey,
I
yo,
even
Brooklyn.
put the receipts, right? So I was like, I could show you articles when Terrence Mann is saying that fucking Massachusetts, wherever is Massachusetts he was
yeah,
at, it's his
Massachusetts,
home.
bro.
He's like, yeah, Massachusetts says this is my home. He ran basketball camps there and everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, just because he was born here and he had peoples here doesn't mean he's from here, bro. Like,
He ain't
stop
from
it.
here.
Not
Yeah.
No,
even
that's what
giving
I was
back out here.
telling him.
Shit. Oh, shit.
That nigga Brian
I
Lewis
didn't know
always
that. I
down.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's probably why you got so much grit now. Niggas getting used to the
I said,
Brooklyn way.
this is what I told the nigga. I said, if he from Brooklyn, I said,
I
what
thought
city?
he had grip before he
I said,
came here,
I
bro.
said,
I thought he
what
was
Nah,
city you
from.
I
from?
ain't see that
Yo,
on the
leave,
pictures.
please
I ain't
stop the
gonna lie.
Terrence Mann stuff, leave. You gotta
No, no,
go,
no, no, no.
man.
I said
What's
That's
Brian
that?
it.
Lewis from Brooklyn.
Why? Like,
He
well,
gives
bro,
us
he.
nothing longevity wise.
What
He's
do
just
you
a
mean,
filler.
John, you can't
bro?
have a
He's
fire
a
sale on
role player,
everything,
bro.
bro.
Like
Bro,
you need
bro,
those.
Drake Powell has a longer future on this team than Terrence Mann does. Like, we
Of
gotta
course he
stop
does.
deluding ourselves with that.
But that's not
Of
saying
course he
nothing,
does. But
John.
like
What?
for the time being, bro, like Terrence Mann is your POA when Drake Powell can't stay on the court because he's
Leaf,
slipping
Leaf,
on a
Leaf, Leaf,
pebble.
Leaf.
But he
Wait, wait,
30.
wait, Leaf. Have you seen Drake Powell's field goal replay numbers? They're better than Cam Thomas. I think they're better than Terrence Mann's. Yet he gets crapped on because he don't take a lot of shots. Well, when you have vets in front of you taking all the shots, what can you
Look,
do in
look,
that
you've been
situation?
talking about Terrence Mann way too
I
long. What
mean,
y'all
bro,
know?
like,
Hold on. What y'all know
but
about
and
Drake
now we
Powell?
trying to navigate
Yeah,
the Drake Powell
yeah.
who we don't even know if he playing or not.
He's
What we know
playing
about?
tomorrow.
You
That
Hold
sure?
on.
nigga need ankle braces or something,
You
yo.
sure, bro?
Yeah, he got issues.
That
If
nigga
you
got
take
baby ankles.
if you tickle his ankle with a baton, bro, is he gonna play after that?
Stop,
You
Leaf,
see,
Leaf, Leaf, Leaf.
you
He's
see,
he's one of our best athletes. Name me a player on this team that can
That
dunk
nigga play
like
let
Drake
alone touch
Powell or
ankles.
athletically finish at the rim like Drake Powell.
you see, this that bullshit right here. You see, wait, hold on. I want y'all niggas to remember this shit right here because this
But what
league
does
get
it all
better.
matter if he not aggressive, bro?
I'm
What
not saying
matter?
that he
Oh,
not gonna
stop.
get
He's not
better. Hold
aggressive.
up.
Wait,
Graves,
wait,
come
hold on.
on. That's not
No,
Oh,
no,
fair,
stop
hold
bro.
it.
up.
Stop it,
Everything.
Bree. Stop
Why
it, Bree.
does
Stop it.
everything
Stop
I
it.
just say get lost in translation, bro? Like I'm talking about right
Bro,
now.
he athletic.
Everything that I say,
Nobody's
bro,
saying he not
everybody's saying some
athletic.
negative shit. Think of the positive outlet that
What?
I'm trying to say, bro, but I ain't say it to you. I know he's gonna be here for a long term, but right now he gotta fix that ankle problem, just like Noah Clowney had to
Oh,
fix it
my
last
God.
year.
Let me tell you.
Are we, bro? Like some people in our fan base just don't get it.
All right,
Bro,
Curry
hold
had
on.
Curry
We
had
trying to
ankle
find
issues in
we
his
trying to find a
career.
Yeah,
common
Curry
friend
did.
in the
He
fan
did.
base, not
I know
find
about
out
this
where we
kid.
differ at. Where
Y'all
we
know we just
similar at.
signed a player,
And my
man.
thing is again, like I said, even me falling back, I'm not saying Cam Thomas is number one option on offense no more. We run a big lineup. That's what works. We run the front court, then back court. Keep that going. That's winning basketball. Defense is prioritized over offense. Keep that going. If he fit into that, we a winning ball club. But
He
I
ain't
think
doing
nitty
that.
gritty of the conversation is that enough to get us over the hump and forget about next year's draft? I'm gonna say no. I really do want to go into next year's draft, but I want to keep this same roster though. I don't know if that's
You
I was
can't
gonna
do
possible.
bring
that,
up
Breeze. If you keep winning games, you're not going to be able to do that. You do know that, right? Like, we keep winning against these bad middle teams. Okay, that gives you morale wins, but are you actually going to get a good pick? But you just got to realize about MPJ. I wrote some stuff in the private chat. Listen, at the end of the day, what MPJ is doing is phenomenal. Like, he's dealing with coming off of 3 back surgeries the last few years, but with that ankle brace he's wearing, that's where people have strokes because it's a mobility thing. If he doesn't have that on his leg, he will literally trip over himself. The fact that he's doing what he's doing is a miracle. This is what people got to realize. Will MPJ be here in the next 10 years? No. Will the guy you draft
10
this year potentially
years?
be on Brooklyn the next 10 years? The guy you draft this
No,
year.
No,
I
no.
don't even think none
Well,
of the
there you
rookies are
go.
going to
There's
be
your
here
reality
10 years
check.
from now.
exactly.
What do you,
Well, let me
bro?
tell you.
NBA
If
is
one of our rookies is 10
I
years,
said
I'll
I
be
never said
surprised.
I never
Some
said
of
that
them
he was going to
rookies will
be
be
here for 10 years,
around.
but
They
for
ain't gonna
me to
be around
ignore
10
what he's
years.
in
done
10
from a
years? Like
fourth option to a first
crazy.
option or a third option to a first option is ridiculous. For one, for two, I'm not thinking of a 10-year window. I'm thinking more of how when are we going to
2
be
years,
competitive, and
three,
I got it
3 years.
in the next 2 years, and I want
You need a
MPJ to be
Man,
part of
see,
it.
you niggas keep talking about
you need a
10-year
franchise
window,
guy to
bro. Like,
do it.
bro, like I don't know what I'm gonna be doing 10 years later.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
I
don't
don't
ain't
even
think
talking
know
the
what
about
I'm
the
NBA don't
doing in
want
the
to
10 year
make.
next
I don't.
10
window.
I
days.
don't.
Wait, hold on.
I'm talking about the
I
next
don't want to
2
get
years.
to
I ain't
that.
talking
Wait,
about the
So
next
wait,
10
wait, real
years.
quick.
I
Let
ain't
me go
want
to
to
this
get to
point.
the NBA finals
So
in
that's what
10
we're
Yeah,
years.
our
talking
fan,
about. So
Wait,
that's
hold
what
on,
like
we're
our
hold on.
talking
franchise
about.
player might be here 10 years. Like.
Hold on, John. Let
You
me
ain't
go
need
at
to
your point
say
real
all
quick.
that.
Hold on, John. Let me go at your point real quick. Cause you saying, yo, we not gonna have this guy for
So
10 years.
basically, I'm just trying to say
We need
that
to get
I
him
think
off.
more of what I'm trying to get at is if Cam Thomas can fit into the defensive schemes and the defensive schemes, then yeah, we are a winning ball club. I'm not saying it's more important than the draft, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yo,
So
let me.
where
Real quick,
Hold
real
on.
so
quick.
where are we going with this
Real,
team?
no,
First
no, no.
round, second round? Like where are
Real
we
quick,
going with
Joey.
this
Come on,
thing?
let
With this
Easy
pick?
get it on. Let Easy get it
Real,
on.
real quick. I just want to go at John point real quick. John, cause it seemed like you want to get MPJ off the team. From the reports that came out, the teams that's interested in him is T Wolves, Detroit, and the Warriors.
They said that
Now,
was cap. I seen something online that said that shit was
Yeah,
cap.
I heard that that shit was cap.
Who? The Cavs?
we ain't no way Detroit not interested in MPJ because we all been looking at it as fans like, oh, we MPJ could serve a great role on that team. So I don't
He's a
think
third
that part
option
right
for
there is
that
cap.
team. Yeah.
So
I
so
don't think
so
you're wrong, but what would they even give us? Like,
but that's my
Tobias
point
Harris,
right there.
Ron Holland, 2 picks. I mean, that's pretty high for
But
a guy with 3 back surgeries. If you look
but
at it
John,
logistically.
if anything, you're looking for young players or at least high level picks. What high level picks does Detroit have?
They right now,
they,
if the 20 listen, what they lack in the value of those picks, they do give us a potential another 2026 pick, which the Nets have some picks later in that draft that they could couple together to move up in the draft, like they were supposed to do this past year. They actually would have more room to do that. They could also give us a future pick that maybe in a few years could benefit us somewhat as a trade chip. Now, the value really in that deal is if we get a Ron Holland on this team. He's a young wing kid that could give us some grit, fit Jordy's system, and you're basically getting a young player. And Tobias Harris, Brian Sally is cap space. Listen, at the end of the day, that's a conglomeration of assets we can use. Now, some people think that you need a Desmond Bain package to move off MPJ. Nobody's giving that up for a guy who's had 3 back surgeries and wears a brace on his leg so he don't trip over himself. Like, people got to realize, like, it's a miracle and it's great what he's doing, but if you don't take advantage of this, there's no telling in 3 to 4 years if something's going to happen to MPJ where his body eventually starts to shut down a bit because what he's doing right now, it takes a lot of work. Like what he's doing,
y'all
I
gonna
give
be
full
real
credit
tight
to
when
what he's
when
doing.
his contract up and he start asking for Tatum money.
Exactly. Thank you, OLM. Like we cannot have a situation like that. Like if we keep him next 2 years, and let's say we do get a top pick, right? Somehow, like we get Caleb Wilson, and this guy's still on team in 2 years. If he's just the number one option, he's gonna say, "Yo, I want 40, $50 million because I can help these young kids get to a finals appearance." No, you won't, because your body might be broken down by then, but you'll be making superstar money, and then we're
But we
screwed.
but John, we don't necessarily have to pay him, even though he could achieve all those things and be in a position to ask for that bread.
Exactly.
We don't have to necessarily pay him. We could just let him walk out the
That's a
door. Like
fact.
Knowing Sean Marks, that them niggas will do anything.
Yo,
You
Yeah,
know,
but
Yeah,
easy. We
no,
can't
no,
just rule
knowing
that out.
Sean
Yep.
Marks, bro, like he'll allow that, bro, like because the thing about this franchise is that, bro, like there's a reason, bro, there's a reason why we're not getting a top 5 pick. There's a reason why we keep flushing out goddamn realistic third options and trying to turn them into number 1 options. There's a reason, bro, why we keep shuffling the deck, bro. Like even after we get some picks, even this year. And it's the reason why we keep doing a lot of these things, bro, because realistically, there's no bones being thrown this way. Well, we actually got to build something from nothing, and these niggas don't know how to do it.
we have a horrible GM. Leaf, we traded James Harden for a fisherman. We are
uh,
the only team in NBA history to trade a superstar
Yo,
player
all
for
right,
a
man.
freaking
Y'all keep
fisherman.
going down memory lane. Let
I
me
he ain't
can't
that good of
stop.
let me
he
ask
ain't
you
that
this.
good of a
Let me
fisherman
ask
neither,
y'all
bro,
this,
because he
man.
tried to
That
put a
was a
fish
good
back
one.
in the
Let me say
water,
this.
Nah,
bro, and
Ben
Thank
at
you,
peace.
man.
Ben at peace. Ben at peace, man. Let him rock.
Yeah, I know last show somebody said give Sean credit.
Johnson.
I'm not giving credit for that.
Anybody know
I ain't
anything
giving
about
Sean
Chaney
credit for
Johnson?
shit.
Wait, let Joey go real quick.
I said, anybody know anything about Chaney Johnson, the guy we just picked up for the 2-way?
He's out of college. He played with Cavs G League. He's basically a raw fish, man. Like
That
literally,
man
he
look
has
like
no other
someone you see on
experience.
Atlanta. Yo, I ain't know who that was.
Yeah.
I still don't
Look like
know
they
who
just
that
picked
is.
them picked them up off Atlantic or something. You know?
Yeah, they just picked him up off the
They
street.
just picking
Yo,
niggas to be on
literally.
the team. You know?
My
They
man,
picked this nigga off at the gym.
they picked that
Come on,
nigga
play
off
with
the
us.
YMCA. YMCA.
Yo,
Word,
I
like
don't
I
even
know.
know.
We
I
found
looked
the
his,
next Reese Beekman, y'all. His name is
I
James
looked up
Johnson.
his
Oh
name. The
man,
YMCA came up.
Bro, some real shit, yo. When is Heisman coming back or whatever his name is?
The
It seems like
fuck
it's
Who?
is
taking
it?
forever.
Heisman. I don't
Heisman.
know.
I don't
I
know.
think middle
He
of
should be
January,
back.
Joey. I
Actually.
think middle of January, like 10th to the 14th, something like that. That's what's projected. Like about
Not
like
like
10, 12
Miami.
days
Never
for the
gonna
deadline.
play, bro. It's
I ain't
never
gonna
gonna
lie
see.
to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. It look like that nigga might be on the team. We might not get that nigga off, boy.
No,
With Heisman.
I heard Denver might want Haywood Heisman. They might be willing to offer a Zeke Najee and a second round pick for Haywood.
Zeke
Would you do
We
something
don't
like
need
that?
no
Najee?
more second round
Hey,
picks, man. We got like
Forty might
50 of
start.
them.
Yo, man,
40
we
might
need
start
somebody
Haywood over
else, man.
Clowney.
Screw that crap, bro.
Nigga, we
I
Yo,
mean,
ain't
if you're
trying
gonna
to
yo,
turn
take no
Haywood into
Zeke from
something,
Oh,
you
Philly.
might
I'm
as
gonna
Najee.
tell you
well
that
at this
right now.
point.
Yo, my bad. Just because y'all talking about Najee. Did y'all see that dude James Najee that got drafted 2 years ago, but then just went back to college?
The Knicks.
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw
That's
it.
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
Oh
yeah.
man,
Yeah,
36
yeah.
years old or
He
some
got
shit, right?
four. He got 4 years in college eligibility after getting drafted. That's
I ain't
crazy to
never
me.
seen no shit
That
like that.
is.
Right.
I
You
ain't
could do
never
that?
That's
seen no.
weird.
You could do
Yeah,
that?
I,
Joey,
I guess so.
let me hear Joey and Jay talk about that real quick. Go ahead, y'all. How y'all feel about that?
I know you could
I
do
don't
that
know how
shit.
to feel about it. I think it's some ass backwards shit. I don't know. I'll let Jay handle tackle that because I couldn't understand like what's his like where he coming from, like what's his angle, like how you get drafted and then go back to school. I
He
Yeah, I
don't
got
don't know. I
drafted.
don't.
That's crazy.
He played for two separate G League teams. Well, he got pitchers in two G League team jerseys, Charlotte and the Knicks, I
unless
think.
unless you
And then he went overseas, and now he going back to
Back to
college,
school.
and he
unless
got 4 years worth of eligibility.
unless you
Wow.
know like yo, I'm not gonna make it in the league. Let me just go get this free education and just find a career or something.
How you
Yeah,
got 4 years eligibility though? I
that's
thought once
smart.
you declare for the draft, it's over. Like you don't get that eligibility.
No, no, but hold on. But what I'm saying is, what's dope about it, what Jay said, Joey said, is just being able to go back, in my opinion, free. Like you going back to college for free. You know, college is expensive, but if
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could go there and take a course that's going to help you along in your career, that's not professionally basketball career, but it's a professional career, whether it be a doctor, lawyer,
Right.
whatever, archaeologist, whatever you want to do, an engineer, whatever. But that being said, that'd be dope. Or because you had the experience, maybe you get a job working with the NBA, but not in the capacity of a player.
That's the
But you
only
just
way
Right.
that
like,
makes sense to me. Or unless he
yeah,
want to be like an assistant coach or something after
right.
school.
Like, no. But Jay, I mean, Joey, what if you're gonna be? You could do taxes for the NBA. What if you want to be a CPA that works for the NBA? You could.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They got different jobs. That's why we was teasing. We was
They want
saying
to be
with
an agent.
remember we were saying that about Ice and Scott. We was like, yo, Ice should be a scout. Yo, Scott should take pictures for the NBA. They got different jobs, and I think
Oh
if they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say,
for
yo,
sure.
what if you meet you rubbing the right paws? So if you rubbing elbows, you network. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying?
Yo, what the hell was that?
Brother, if you rubbing the right shoulder,
Pause. I mean, pause. You know,
What
Get
the
that
hell?
and you pause.
You scared the shit out of I'm on
He
the
stopped
mic and
himself.
I got.
He stopped himself. We good. He stopped himself.
Yo.
yeah, that's a pause. But you know how they say, you know what I mean? But
Yo, Evie said this be a lit show. He was not wrong.
but
I
nah,
don't
but
know if
hold
they
on.
don't want that breezy because
But
we
hold
might
on,
make the
hold on.
team better and they don't want that.
Right, but not pause. But if you network it and they were like, yo, if you go back to college and you go, you know what I'm saying, be take the lessons to learn how to be whatever it is, whether it be a tax guy or something along the lines where you working as a professional in the NBA, just not the
Yeah,
capacity of a player, and they're gonna let you go to college for free. Yeah, I like the fact that they do that. That's dope.
that is
Actually.
dope.
man, I don't
Yeah,
think he going back to school for no trade or nothing. I feel like he trying to get back in the NBA. He just wasn't good enough, so niggas kept cutting him.
yeah, but I feel like you wasted. But it's
That's what I think it was.
Nah,
Niggas
that's
kept
that's
cutting
exactly
that's
him.
what it was, Jay. Yo,
that's
he
Dude
got
gets
cut.
hard to hit, man.
He got cut
you
by
would
the
go
G
to the
League.
G League or something. You would try to get a G League
No,
spot.
no, no. He got cut by the G League. Then he went overseas, and then he saw they about to cut his ass. He like, yo, what the
Bro,
fuck
you
going
got
on
cut
here? I'm
by
about
the
to get
G
tired of
League?
this shit, yo.
Yeah, he
You
not
got
getting back
cut.
in the
You
league.
got to be a special type of trash to get cut by the G League, bro.
Yo, LM, you
Yo,
satisfied,
Hey,
bro?
hey, hey, Jay. Respectfully, that nigga know he cooked, bro. So he just trying to take that free education,
Yeah, he
see what
just
it do. Like if you got
he's a
cut by the G,
loafer.
if you got cut by the
He's
G
a
League
little.
and you can't play overseas, yeah, you not getting back in the
Yeah, if
league.
you can't play
Yeah,
overseas,
wait, hold
And
on,
you
hold on.
went back to
there's
school.
no hope for you. I
Wait,
ain't
wait,
gonna
hold on,
lie.
hold. But he declared for the draft. He declared for the draft, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
and he got picked.
how you?
He got drafted.
He got
But
picked number 31 or 32 or some shit like that.
easy. The
so
nigga didn't pan out. They sent him to the G, and he was shit, and they let him go.
no. I get that point. He got Garbaggio, but I'm saying though, like I thought you lose your eligibility once you
That's what I.
declare for the draft.
But
Like
I
you don't
guess
so
get
because
that
he
free
I
shit no
no,
more.
but
I
look, I
I
think it's
gotta
because
look
he
that
never
rule
played
up.
an NBA game. Like he got drafted, but he never played an NBA game. So I think that's why he didn't lose.
But
Oh,
I thought,
Niggas
maybe.
can't
but I
mind a
thought,
technicality. I'm
but
crying.
but I thought the rule was if you declared for the draft, you lose that eligibility.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
I
that
don't
was the
think
don't
rule.
know.
so.
It
I
could
don't
be.
know.
I have
I
to
could be
check it out.
completely wrong, but I thought that was the rule
I'll
right
look
there.
it up,
And
E.
they might have changed shit now just because all of the it might have something to do with the fact that college players could get paid
Get
and shit
paid.
now.
Yeah, I'm a
But I
check it.
don't
I'm gonna
know.
look that
And
up.
plus,
I'm gonna
if
look
you
that up.
declare for the draft and then you went into the NBA, they just put your ass in the G League. So it's like
Right.
You
you
wasn't
went there.
ready. Yeah,
So
I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
fine.
I have to look it up. I'll
I
look it
think
up.
it's
Yeah,
another.
but that's why I brought it up. Cause I thought it was an interesting
Let me
ass
see.
story. I'm like, what the fuck? How did this even happen?
Let me see
Like,
if
who's
I
okay in this?
I
word,
think.
who okay that shit right
What
there?
school? What school he going to? You know.
Uh, it's a popular school. Hold on, let me find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out. Hold on, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on, we
I
yeah.
got
think.
Adam Silva
hold
got
on,
some explaining to do
hold on, we
again.
got Saint on the panel.
Fuck
Saint,
Adam
what
Oh,
up,
that's
Silver.
my
Saint?
guy. That's my guy. What's
What
good,
up?
Yo,
Saint?
what's good,
What up?
Saint?
Hey, what up,
Hey,
Saint?
What up,
say,
gentlemen?
What's
Yo,
up, Saint? What's
What up?
What's
good?
What up?
good, Saint?
What's up? What's up?
What's the word? What's the word,
Just
boy?
listening to, I don't even know where to start.
OG Saint.
No, I mean, I'm not going to go on some drunkalog here, but
Talk to us.
these, the thing I have a problem with is the Nets are 19-9,
He
right?
going back to Baylor.
9 and
They are
19.
you mean
19
nine
and
and
9 and
you mean
9,
19,
9 and 19? You
Saint.
mean 9 and 9?
9 and
wait,
19.
We're 19 and
well,
9.
you
Oh my
scared me.
god.
Say you scared me for a second.
No,
We
we're
top
nine.
that
We're
fucking
yeah,
Yo,
league.
nine
when he said
nine wins,
19, I'm like,
19
nah.
and
I'm
9 in the
like, yo, yo, whoa,
next
whoa.
I'm on my
28 games.
third. I'm on my third 16-hour shift, so I'm a little tired. Sorry.
Ah,
But dude, we sucked so bad. And we're talking about we had a decent stretch of run against shitty teams. And I'm
Thank
not saying,
you.
and when I say this, it's not everybody on here. I'm not saying this. When I say motherfuckers, it's none of y'all. But motherfuckers are out here acting like we are on some like historic run, and if Cam Thomas comes back, he's gonna ruin us even. It's like, dude, how much more shittier can we be right now? Obviously, a few wins here and there against shitty teams. Yes, we have shittier, but it's like, I don't know. It just for a team that is in not a fantastic situation, the future is completely up in the air. Like
right.
it's just insane with what people are expecting, and this whole idea of like, I get MPJ's playing great, right? I don't have zero issues with MPJ, but fuck MPJ, right?
Oh
Like
my God.
I
Come on.
I feel it.
I don't
Come on,
need
man.
MPJ. Let me
I feel
DJ,
it.
I know he's your new bro, but let me just say, like,
Yo, call him
MPJ
Shay, bro.
is a great, he's playing great right now, and in a lot of ways he's a great player. John hit it on the head. The fact that he's playing the way he is with those surgeries, hats off
Right.
to him, right? Like, hats off to dude, because I've had back surgery and that shit ain't fun. He's had 3 of them. But the idea that you wouldn't want to capitalize on him if the offer is there is just, it's like the same idea that
But
people are
what's the
talking themselves.
offer? But
Right.
that's my thing. Like, you
Okay,
just because
and I,
it'll make the other
well,
team look good, of course they're gonna look good. But
it
how do we win in
just
that trade?
it just started.
Right.
Like,
Hey, I think
I
we
doubt
know.
there is like a mere, like, discussions are going across the NBA about like all types of players.
I don't think anybody is against trading MPJ.
No,
Like
I'm not
I
against
just
it.
think we know we not gonna get a good haul
Return.
The
back.
question is,
Yeah, oh
can we
yeah,
get a
maybe.
deal?
The
I think
biggest
we're
thing
gonna get
that
low
hurts
ball.
him, the biggest thing that hurts us with him is that contract.
Yeah,
Right.
Not
yeah,
a
that
lot of
40
teams,
million.
unless you find the perfect team that gives you enough back as far as players and
Yeah.
whether you can cut them or not and it fits. But that's the thing. Like I don't see a world where it can't happen because I mean shit, a team could throw together either two expiring
Right.
contracts that may be in the 20 or one a little higher. Like you just don't know. Like there is an option for it.
Like we
But
don't
the
need any
I
idea
more
mean,
second round
like
draft
he
picks.
just shouldn't be in my opinion, I'll just say this. He shouldn't be in the main conversation for the future of the Nets when they're about to potentially win something or be there. Like at the end of the day, even if he sticks around for a couple of years, but after that, like you want to re-sign him to, like I doubt he'll get a max, but it's like dude's gonna want a higher contract than what he's already on,
So
right? Like,
what's a fair return for MPJ in your
I have a
opinion?
question for
ooh,
Sam.
that's a good question because it depends. Clearly, the way he's playing, I don't. The question is, did other teams see him playing the way he's playing now? Right? Like, and if they're looking at that and thinking,
Lottery
gee,
pick.
well, but here's the other thing. You're
No.
looking at you take the Nets and you put players like Cam Thomas and MPJ and some of these other players. They are going to look otherworldly. Like that, like who's really scoring outside of MPJ and Cam Thomas consistently? Nobody.
Right.
Clowney.
You
Clowney
know,
said
and
and
that's
the
why I'm
Clowney.
like
I was saying
Clowney.
Clowney.
Noah,
But
but go
okay,
ahead.
I'm talking legit.
Clowney.
Clowney not dropping 30 every game,
Not
man.
yeah, he's
Nah,
not
he's
dropping
not
Clowney,
30 every
consistent.
night.
He's
He
not
did it one
consistent.
time. He did it one
Clowney
time
You
this
15 a
season.
game. He giving you
we're not
15
taking
points a game.
anything from Clowney. He has been playing well above that anybody expected him to
Expected.
play. Maybe a few people in there kind of saw it, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, look at our team, look at how these players are playing. The question is, does the rest of the league believe the hype? Do they think this is legit? Is he going to be somebody that's in a Denver situation? Is he going to potentially walk into where he's maybe the number two? Like,
I'm gonna say
it just,
Yeah, he
it
will
all
put
I
depends
think
on
so.
himself
I
how.
an
think
option
so
on a
because here's
contending
the thing,
team.
though,
On a
right?
contending team for
Here's the
sure.
thing, right? MPJ is. I get what you're saying. He's not on a good team, so he's looking great. But you have to
And I'm not
understand.
saying he's shitty. I'm just
No, no,
saying
I know. He's looking
that
great
is
because
part
he's
of
on
the
a shitty
deal.
team. But
Yeah.
listen, they put him in the number one option role. He has thrived at it. He has not only has he thrived at it, but he's been efficient. So you're saying he's scoring these 30, 40 balls. That's true. He's been efficient doing that. Not on top of that, he's doing it within the flow of the offense, and he's getting his teammates involved. And
Nobody's
it's
disputing that. How does that
it's
transfer though
because it translates to the other league that he can make other people better and play within the system and still get his own. That's
How
how I
long
look at
though?
it.
I
How
don't
long
disagree
though is
with
the
you, but wait,
question.
are you saying that in the sense of how other teams may look at his value? I'm a little confused why you're saying that.
Absolutely, because
I don't
I
disagree
think
with you by any
I
stretch.
think me personally, I think MPJ was pigeonholed in Denver. And we all heard it. Oh, MPJ not going to do nothing. He's a joke. He's a
Yeah.
yoke merchant. He ain't going to do nothing in Brooklyn. MPJ came here and proved people wrong. I
100%.
actually, I think
100%.
I think he can play within a team system as well as get his own and get his teammates involved. Everybody thought he was just a Chuck who couldn't do that, and he's come to Brooklyn and proved he can.
I don't disagree.
Claxton is looking unbelievable now because of MPJ.
How do you value
Facts.
then? But to throw the question back, and I totally agree with everything you just said, 100%. How does that? Where are you then seeing his value, or are you saying I would rather keep him?
Well,
me personally, I think MPJ is a clear number two option on a contending team.
That's
Hands
what I
down.
thought.
Hold on. Let me say this. I just
think
want to
that's
say
his
this.
ceiling.
Hold on, let me say this, and I'm not saying it to be facetious because of course the Thunder being the best team with the draft pick. But if you got their players coming out like Jalen Williams and they acknowledging that they can't beat the Spurs, you don't think that them being interested in MPJ favors them and favors us? You know, maybe we could get some of the capital that they got and they could get over the Spurs, you know, because I know they know the Spurs going to be in the playoffs and they want to be able to beat them.
Saint, would you trade MPJ to the Spurs if they offer you that Hawk swap for next summer if they had a package of expiring assets and that Hawk swap, would you do that for MPJ?
100%.
That should be the move. That should be a move we should consider, man. If there's possibility.
He's proven that he can thrive in different roles. He thrives.
I don't disagree with you, but it's not. It has. See, this is the thing, and I caught flack for this the other day in a space I was doing. What I'm saying has nothing to do with him as a player, how he's playing, because everything you've said has been 100% on the money, and that's why I think he does have value. For me, it has nothing to do with MPJ, but it has all to do with the Brooklyn Nets, where they are in a rebuilding. We have so many question marks. And to me, it would be, if you're a GM in a rebuilding scenario, you look to capitalize on all kinds of players. Now, if they have in their mind are going to go for it all next season, then yeah, that's a different conversation.
Absolutely.
But does anybody think that that's happening?
No.
I don't
think so.
but I look at it from an area of.
I'm not going to sit up here and say.
What do you mean by that, though?
But DJ, okay, I knew you were going to say
What
something.
do you- no.
I
What do
love
you
you.
mean by
Hold
that?
on a
You mean
second.
like
I'll
every
explain it
time?
to you. What I'm trying
Okay.
to say is, in the current state of how most net fans are, and you heard how Joe Tsai talked at the beginning of the season, right? Like, we've heard it multiple times, and then you've seen other people come out and say stuff of the same, but it's like, why wouldn't you then as a GM look to capitalize off him when he's playing so well and you're in such an uncertainty? Like, he is the perfect guy to trade. Perfect guy. Now, if he was 24, 25, I would say keep him. But he is pushing 20. He's going to be 28 soon, right?
Right.
Multiple back surgeries, right?
Mhm.
Not taken away from his play. But and with that, for me, it's like I've had enough of injured players with injury and potential issues in the beginning. I've had enough of that as a fan.
Same.
I'm
Same.
looking to, like, to me, MPJ in the future, not now, is not the smartest use of a big chunk
I'm
of
not-
your cap space.
I'm
So
not
that
saying
is
he's
like my only motivation for trade, dude. That's why I said fuck him. I don't
agree
care.
with you. I agree with you. I'm not saying MPJ is untouchable. For anybody that's out here listening, I'm just saying, listen, the right deal has to come across the table, because
Of course,
I'm
of
not
course.
just taking some second
No,
round.
we got the advantage in negotiation.
Like, you going, like, if you want him, you're gonna give us. Some
Does Sean Marks know that though?
I think, but wait, Notori, I think that's what scares some fans with seeing how, where it's like, on one level, I can give Marks kudos for the McCall trade. However, that went down. He went from being a center point that we're going to build around him, all of a sudden, boom, gone. So I don't take half of what they say as truth. So, but number
That's
two,
GM talk though, Saint. That's GM.
Yeah, Sean Marks is never right what he says. He always lies somewhere. If you've seen everything he said throughout the 10 years, he always.
But you can't
lies
take
to
everything a
something.
GM says in the press conference as a truth of the God.
No,
of course not. And I think he was the perfect guy to pick for the current situation. You had to eat up a large part of your cap space. He did that.
Right.
He got you an extra pick. So to me, I don't have an issue with that move right now. The question becomes, do you wait? Is Marks going to do the Marks thing and wait till the last minute? Like, I don't care how you feel about Marks.
That is true.
He waits till the last minute to do shit and undervalues players. We've seen him do that multiple times.
Overvalue.
So,
can you give me an example of the player that he did that with?
He ruins their value, overvalues it. Yeah, 100%. My
It
question
was the same conversation with Cam Johnson last year.
Exactly.
Cam Johnson
Thank
a
you.
year ago. That was a
So,
waste of time.
He is a much better player.
No.
I think we.
Not really.
I think
wait,
he
hold
tanked
on.
his
We
value
got a
bit.
first round pick for
But Cam Johnson, yeah, we did. Yeah,
But a big portion of that was a salary dump, though. Let's be honest.
Right.
No. It was a salary dump. It was a salary dump both ways, but we got MPJ from that.
I think we got what
I think it depends on what the return is for
MPJ.
MPJ.
we got the pick
We
for
got to see
taking
what
on
the return is
MPJ's
from
money,
MPJ.
in my opinion.
No,
We
no,
didn't
no,
get a pick for Cam.
no,
We
no,
got a
no.
pick for taking on that contract.
No, that's a fact. That's a 100%
Yeah.
fact. We got that pick for taking on that contract because that contract, getting
But
that contract off their books did so much things for them. But I'm
Yep.
saying in that deal, we got a pick back for him,
Of
and
course.
plus we
yeah,
got
but not only
MPJ.
that.
No,
Hold on,
not
real
if
quick.
we're
Hold on,
saying
y'all. Let me answer that.
Wait.
Let me
That's a
answer that.
maybe.
Real quick,
That's a
real quick.
maybe pick though.
Hold on. Let
No,
me
that's a
answer that.
maybe pick, but still, at the end of the day, we got a pick back from that, and now we have MPJ, and now we could use him to get back more assets, so it could be more than one pick. Then
Exact. That's what I was
Hold
going to say
on.
real quick.
Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that we got to wait to see how it plays out with us moving MPJ. If we move MPJ and get a decent ball back from him and we flip him correctly, then absolutely we won the trade.
Then we
But
maximize Cam Johnson.
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
the
but
trade
no,
is
hold on.
we not finished collecting from that trade. Let's just say that.
Right.
But that's what makes me nervous,
Hold on,
Joey.
Say, hold
That's
on,
what makes
say,
me nervous.
Hold on. Again, also, I don't want y'all to ignore that you got somebody that seen Jordi Fernandez as an assistant coach in an MPJ, and hold on. You got somebody that he's seen Jordi Fernandez as he's basically running the offense or running the play in the game that Jordi Fernandez wants to play by seeing him on the Nuggets. That experience as an assistant coach for Jordi Fernandez, going from assistant coach to head coach, and MPJ being there to kind of implement what he wants on the basketball court, not just being spoken.
So, Saint, let me ask you this, because I was talking to the guys about this, because I like how you said, Marks. First, let me ask you this: give me an example when Sean Marks held on a player and he didn't maximize their value.
DFS. You had teams offering you a couple picks when we first got him, and they said no, and then he got thrown into a package for shit.
Right.
And he did do that to some degree with CJ, because if we're agreeing that, like, to me, I guess it depends on how you view the CJ trade, for one, because some people are like, oh, we got to pick for CJ. No, you got to, in my opinion, you got to pick for that contract.
Right.
That's my opinion of it. Whether
but
depends on how
CJ
you
is
look
still
at
a
it.
part of that deal, though. So you still, even though I agree with you, you still got to pick for that contract. CJ is still a part of that deal, so you still have to attach that pick to his value.
I don't
Yeah, but the
disagree,
pick, I
but
feel
I
like
don't.
maybe pick, though.
Again, I don't place the value on Cam Johnson at all. That's my opinion. I think you could say he's part of the deal. It does get you some things, but the main part of that deal is taking on a $40 million contract, which does wonders for that team. And I'm pretty sure that that's a hell of a sweetener. Like, for a pick that they don't at the moment, that pick is not. We have zero clue if that pick is going to convey. It just
and a lot of that.
Sean, let me say this last part. There is a couple players that I mentioned. He does also have, whether it's a player or not, waits very long. That's why, like, the McCall Bridges trade was like, it caught everybody off guard. But by and large, he sits on his hands, and I'm not even going to put a negative thing on that. But it does. That is his MO. He does wait, and sometimes he gets lucky, and the things work out, and a lot of times they don't. And it just, like, that's the thing about Sean Marks. He does some good things, but he then does a lot of bad things too. And then it's like people can't differentiate and give credit where it's due and not credit.
Right.
And this is the problem that I have with the Cam Thomas discussion, all these other things. It's like, you got to pick a side, and it's like politics today. Common sense be damned. It's my way, see it my way. I'm not going to listen to anything you say. And that's kind of,
it's black and white. There's no gray area.
But hold
exactly.
on. But see, my thing is, I don't stand there because I was steadfast about Cam Thomas being the number one option. That changed because of MPJ. I was steadfast about you know what I'm saying, MPJ being the number one option, and then that changed because of me knowing his history with his 3 surgeries, and him in his own account saying he's playing through pain, and just the usage rate of him. And I give kudos to the Nuggets for not making him a number 2 option, because
knowing his condition. You don't want to put too much strain on that player. So even if he's talented enough to be the number one option, if being professional as possible and making sure you protect the player, you're gonna monitor his usage rate.
But
Because you
but
want him for the
Breezy,
long run, you know what I'm saying? So
the other aspect of this that I don't think we're talking about too is, and then I think Scott wants to go and I'll shut up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, you good.
Was these guys are coming here playing for contracts. Like that's the other
Yeah.
aspect of this is these guys
That's
are
a fact.
so many of these guys are
Sure
fighting
enough.
to stay alive in the NBA.
They trying to keep their job.
Yeah, and you don't. Yeah, exactly. And you don't think MPJ's up here trying to raise his status? And
Yes,
That's
he
why he
is.
gets his best.
Yeah.
But that's
Yes,
why
he
he gets his
is.
best here, though. That's why.
Yeah, you're
That's
getting the
about
best
it.
out of
Social
them.
Security,
So,
man.
I mean, I guess all I'm saying is somebody said it before. The front office and players are going to say what the business comment. And at the end of the day, you are a team that is in a rebuild.
Yeah.
Everything should be on the player. There is not one player on this team I would not trade, rookies included.
I agree. If the numbers right.
You're in a position. You're in a
agree.
position. You are in a position where
Yeah.
you don't have a number one young rookie star,
Right.
which we've been clamoring for. We thought we were going to get it this last thing. We didn't get it. I know people love Yegor, but I'm not ready to crown him Luka Irving Magic. Like I'm not doing that shit. Like he's
Right.
not. That's just not fair to the dude.
But here's the thing: is it safe to say that even if we don't get a start in the draft, there are still multiple?
Yes, of
avenues
course,
with-
but
that's why they have the cap space they have and the flexibility. So even if
but Joey, that
even
go
if
look
we
at
don't-
go look at the last 19. There's an article, and I'll try to find it and send it to Breezy. There is an article that breaks down the last 15 or 20 NBA champions, and they all have at least 4 or 5 lottery picks on.
Lottery picks on the
Now,
But here's my thing.
granted,
I'm gonna let
some
you
of
go,
those
Joe.
guys are traded for, but on the other hand, a lot of those guys are drafted.
That's true, but here's my thing, right? Even if the guys we did just get in this draft, even if they don't become stars, what if they become solid role players that we can build the core off and then add stars later? That's still listen.
I don't. Hey, that's not out of the question.
That's
But
still a
what's
play.
the objective?
You don't
But
have
what's
to
the
draft a
objective?
star.
But okay, and this is and this is. I'm glad you said that because this is a part that also kind of. I've never experienced this in any of my sports and in fan base, where it felt like the fandom is trying to talk themselves out of getting a top pick. That like as if like what's the objective? Like what's the objective when you are one of the worst fucking teams in the league? Since I've been alive, I'm going to be 50 next year, and as long as the last 40 years that I've been watching basketball, that has been the MO. You are the shittiest team or one of them. You look to get a top pick in the draft. And it's like as if somehow that has changed when it comes to the Nets and some of these fans where it's like, dude, like, I'm sorry.
That's absolutely.
Can I say something real
And see,
quick?
that's the
It's
thing.
trauma,
I
see.
literally am
The thing
going to
is-
say this, and
I
I'm going
just
to
think
get
it's
off because
trauma.
I
All I
have
want
to
to say
leave.
this, and I'm gonna let you go. All I'm
All
saying is, if we draft these guys and they don't pan out to be stars, it's okay. The sky is not falling. They
Don't
can
disagree. Don't disagree.
You know, if they turn out to be solid role players, and we can have a core, and we could just add on to that in free agency, we still
but
have
okay.
it.
And
I
I'm
think it
glad you
depends
said
on where
that.
you pick. I think that depends on where you
the problem
pick.
is, Joey, you're gonna
Let me say this, and then I'm literally going to get off because I have to get out of work, and I'll stop taking up time. But you said the thing, and this is the other thing that has drastically changed. You are not seeing the major free agent signings that you used to see. You
Yeah,
can
money.
get some lower level guys, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're so spoiled that we were able to sign KD and Kyrie. That is never going to happen for a long ass time. And
The
then on
league don't
top-
want that no more.
No, and on top of that, the only real true way to get a star right now is to trade for one. And that's not even okay.
And that's not even easy.
Thank you. So that's why it is utmost importance.
The draft
for you
yours.
to do, thank you, to do whatever the fuck you can to put yourself in a position to bring in one of
The
those young
Saint.
guys.
Now,
Say
Saint,
the
I
same.
just want to say one thing. Saint, this is the reason why I put everything on Sean Marks. Be greedy, Sean. Ask for two number ones for MPJ. Don't ask for one. Don't give yourself low. Go high. Go extremely high. Then come down in the middle. Get them two number one picks. OKC try
least
real
get one.
hard.
At
Scott,
least get
Scott, that
one.
is not Sean
Try
Marks' number. He either
hard.
wants everything or he'll have to settle for something. That's what Saint's trying to say.
This
Yeah.
is not saying I
No,
don't want us to get a
what I'm
top
trying
pick.
to say what I'm trying to say though, and this goes into what we said before, was this is slightly the issue that I have with Sean Marks, is it seems like he's all over the place sometimes when it comes to the value of a player.
Right.
And this is what tends for me where I get frustrated, because you see how long he waits, and then you see other teams make these similar trades for not like for certain caliber of players, and they cash in and they get shit done. It's like the offseason. I literally am going to say this and get off. The offseason, everything runs through Brooklyn. They have all the money. They're gonna do this in the draft. They're gonna move up. They're gonna get all these assets. What the fuck happened? Every team basically did all things and said, we don't need Brooklyn. And they all got better in a lot of ways. They either got better picks, they got younger players, they got off serious money, and they did all this without Sean Marks. So
Yep.
at the end of the day, this is like everybody say, like, this is Sean Marks' time to shine. Like, you fucked this up. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I
Already
don't know
screwed
how
it up.
anybody.
Saint. He already screwed it up, Saint, this past Sunday. So.
No, it's not. He can still redeem
It was
it.
a
Listen,
two-year thing. It was a
listen.
2-year thing. We screwed
Listen,
up part
Not
one.
saying
Now
he
you
screwed
screwed
it up,
part
but
two.
this
You
is
will
the
screw
same
this
guy
up.
y'all want to pick before y'all
If
in
I
the
was
lottery.
Sean Marks,
Like,
if I was Sean Marks, I'll do y'all dirty. I'll trade all y'all best players, and I'll give y'all, like, once we tank and we get a high draft pick, I'll pick somebody that y'all won't even know of.
He's like,
And
I'm
just
gonna
leave
sign
and just
all
quit.
the over. You're gonna
You
sign
would
all
do
the
that to your own fan base?
You'll never get
And
another
just
job
quit.
again.
No, I'm talking about if I was Sean Marks. If I was Sean Marks, if I heard all this y'all been talking, I'll trade everybody, get the top
Jamal,
pick,
You'll
he's
never get
and then
lucky to
another
have
wild
a
NBA
out.
job
job
again.
right. Wait,
Get
Jamal, he's
Kareem
lucky
Lopez.
still.
Get
Jamal, he is still lucky to have a job. I've never seen a GM in any sport being charged team for 10 years. You have one playoff win to show for it. One. He is a
but that's what
lucky
I'm
man that
saying.
Joe
That's what I'm
pays
saying.
signs
Look,
his
let,
paychecks,
let me
man.
ask y'all this
Stop.
question. What
Hey,
if we
real
just
quick,
had
love and respect to everybody. Stay safe. I got to dip
You
out.
too, Saint.
Breezy, always appreciate you. Love talking to
Later.
everybody. I'm gonna do it more, but peace out,
all
guys.
right, thank you,
Later.
man.
Peace
all
out.
right.
Sounds like
Let me ask y'all this question, and I get it. I want a top pick. What if you get the top pick, right? We make and that pick just don't pan out. They don't become a star. Then what?
If you
What's your
get
plan?
top four, you see how it all plays out. I think I like our odds a lot better, at least finally having one, than just having guys that have to pretend to be
If
top
he
guys.
ain't answered the
That's been the
question,
problem.
Yeah.
he ain't answered the question.
No,
I
I
think
answered the
even if
question. Wait,
you
Scott, wait, I answered the question. Listen, here's the problem.
What
When
would
he
you
clicked out
say?
earlier,
Answer the question
Scott,
directly. Like,
listen, this is the
Well,
problem.
what would you say if Sean Marks draft one of these top four players in the draft
And it don't work out.
and it don't work?
Right.
what do you mean
can't
by
believe
don't
that,
work?
I believe they will work out.
No, I'm just saying
they
if it
end up
don't
being a
work,
bust.
it end up being a
No,
bust.
but hold on. We gotta
Ella,
define what don't work means. Like, what
They,
does it
they,
mean?
they
A
don't
Don't
bust.
work?
become a star
Ella,
because
Anthony
that's the
Bennett.
bar that we're
Anthony
putting in
Bennett.
Brooklyn. That pick
exactly.
has to become a star, right? Because that's the bar. We don't have a star. You
You
guys
be
said
Frank
we need a
Ntilikina.
young, we need a young star,
Right.
and that young star is in that top five. So that's the bar.
Ashamed to beat.
That means you got five. So that means you got. If that's the case, that means you got five other rookies on this team that you gonna have to pray to God pans out to be something else. Then.
Nah,
That's how it means to me.
these are the
Nah,
guys.
because y'all talking about tanking so hard for this year. You can't bank on the ones you got from last year. You got to bank on the
What
ones
you
you got
mean?
from
We
this
got
year.
five rookies. They still in their 20s. That don't mean nothing.
But I'm saying
No,
your,
he's
your
right
main
about that.
objective is to bank.
I'm not saying that you're
bank for
wrong.
this year, right?
Me personally, I think you got three stars right now in Boozer, Darren Peterson, and AJ.
But here's
I don't
my
think they're not gonna be stars, but the fact of the matter is, if one of them don't pan out, you still I
No,
don't.
I
I
mean
don't agree
our
with that. But
pick.
you still got five guys. You still got five guys on the team, and Yegor Wolf look like he's on the upside of trajectory where he can be a crucial piece. You still got Nolan. Drake Powell
Yeah,
might
but
turn into
Ella, can
something.
any of those guys be a star though? Because we here's the thing. We
It's
think
hard to find out. Brunson went in the second round.
I mean, we think each of them could be a crucial piece or a solid core piece with the Nets, but the way Nets world is talking about it, that's these guys' ceiling. We ain't draft a star last.
Joey,
It's hard to find. I'll say this: it's hard to find out because a lot. If you look at Brunson was a second rounder. Jokic was a
Yeah,
second rounder. In terms of
but
impact,
LM, can I say this? Can I say this? LM, you're right. But what we was talking about the last time that me and you talked about the same thing. There's talent everywhere in the draft. It all falls on Sean Marks picking the right pieces. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know if any one of these five that we already drafted can pan out. They could end up being the man.
The crucial part to that too also is their mentality.
Yeah, I know that.
Their
I know that.
mentality on the court. Do they want to get better?
Right, I know that. I know it got a lot to do with that locker room. It has a lot to do with it.
You're saying that what I'm saying is majority of this panel and the majority of the fans in Nets world do not believe that the five guys we picked are a star. That's why
Oh, okay.
Star.
All right, okay.
Everybody is like, yo, we still need a star. We gotta pick a star this year. We gotta pick.
Well, they wrong. They wrong. They wrong. They wrong. Because Yeager might turn out to be a star. I don't know that. Wolf might turn out to be a star. I don't know.
Like the Basso, Boozer, Peters. Have you watched some of them play? Like,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We don't know. We don't really know.
God, you know why we don't know? We've never put ourselves in a position to know. We've had to put Bridges, Johnson, hell, Ben Simmons, the fisherman at one point, on a pedestal on this team. Like, we've never put ourselves in a real position.
That's why. That's why.
Be here for 10 years.
That's why I have. That's why I have so much against Sean Marks. That's why I say what I say. His movements make a difference. I don't think.
He should got fired years ago.
I don't blame the players. I blame the cook for putting the bad ingredients together. You dig what I'm saying? You got to put it together.
You saw he did this summer. He fed it to the Wolves NBA media.
I think two things can exist.
Wait, hold on.
I think there's talent everywhere.
Hold on.
To Saint's point, I think two things can coexist. Like a lot of to the Nets fans that say these guys can't be stars. Two things can exist. I think in this draft, AJ Boozer and Darren Peterson, I think they are stars. But does that take away from if you get them on your team that the five guys we got, they can develop into stars? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We probably have it already.
This is what I'm saying, y'all. All I'm saying is it's okay if the five guys we got do not become stars as long as they become competent, solid role players who can be a core of this team.
Right.
Another thing is just because you talking about Devonta and Boozer and Peterson and all of them, I get it. You thinking they look star potential now, but it's a chance that they might not pan out to be stars.
Right.
Joe, we've never had a talent like any of them on our team in 10 years.
I want you to understand.
Not going awful out there.
I want that. I want a top 5 pick. I'm not saying that I'm shying away from it, but you also have to understand that just because you pick in the top 5 don't mean you always going to hit.
Yo, you know who was mad nice?
That's the thing.
You know who was real good? Christian Leitner, whatever his name was. He was real good, right?
Jamal, you mentioned the ones that aren't in the NBA anymore, Jamal.
No, but I'm just saying he was top 3.
That's an example, though.
And he never
was God in college. What did he do in the league?
Never transitioned.
He had an average career.
Nothing.
He went number 3.
He
went number 3.
Well, our rookies for the last 10 years, 0 All NBA, 0 awards, 0, 0, 0. So we have a lot of zeros. A lot of other teams actually have rookies that won.
I feel like, of course, you can be.
I know a motherfucking freshman that came onto a campus with a whole bunch of motherfucking seniors, led them niggas to a championship, declared for the draft, went number 3, and now he was one of the best scorers in the fucking league. So, I mean, it could go both ways.
It can go both ways. They can.
That's my point. Like, I think some Nets fans just tend to go the pessimistic route, which I get. Like it's easy to do, just seeing what this organization is going through. But for me, I can't go on that route of even if we get a top five pick, these niggas not gonna pan out to be stars. I can't go that route. I have to at least believe, yo, if somebody is here, they're gonna lift this franchise up to something, and we got a good enough young core that, to Joey's point, if they turn out to be like for San Antonio, like even if you get a your Wimby and then you got a good supporting cast in the Vassell or Keldon or whatever, if Yegor or Wolf turns out to be one of that to our
Right.
star, I ain't mad at that. Okay, we rocking.
Right.
We got a good core, good young core we can build around that can help our star, whoever that is. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Have
here's
help
Yeah.
my thing
around
though.
them.
Here's my
Whoever
thing.
turns out to be a
Let's
star,
just
right?
say,
Right, right.
let's just say Sean Marks picks. We get a top. Hypothetically, we get a top five pick, right? And
Yeah.
he picks one of the guys that everybody wants, whether that be Peterson, Boozer, Devonta, uh,
Right.
Ament, or Caleb Wilson, right? We get one of those guys, right? And they don't pan out. Do you blame Sean Marks then?
No, you can't.
No.
You
It's
can't.
you, just like you can't
That's a
blame
lie.
Philly
These
when they
niggas, no, that's a
no, you
They
lie.
can't blame
Y'all
Philly
will.
for
niggas
taking
don't.
They
Ben.
will. They
Y'all niggas
will.
don't show
These
that.
They
are the
Y'all
I
will.
don't
think
show
they
that.
did
So
lie. They
easy,
lied there.
easy.
They
So easy.
will.
Y'all
They
Hold on,
never
will.
let me
show
Guess
so
what,
let
Marks.
me
point
ask you a
guy?
question. Let
They
me ask you a
But
will.
I
question.
wouldn't.
Ain't
I
no
wouldn't
way
blame
he
them
You
for
picked
it.
do
that
you
hype that
blame
they got.
do you so easy, let me ask you a question. Do you blame Philly for taking Ben Simmons that year? Number one.
No, no,
No.
no.
Exactly.
I would have took
No, in
him.
the moment that was the right pick.
No, that was still a good pick. You see, now this is how
Yeah.
it could flip on you. Now, why if you pick a player, his mentality not all the way there, and some injuries happen, and now you fuck. Now regardless of what happened, it still fall back on you, right?
Yeah.
Bro, what
He
I'm
but
That's
saying
Yeah.
what the
is,
fuck I'm saying.
what I'm
But
No,
at the
saying is
end of the day,
anyway,
you still could have
but
picked
can it
somebody
be
else.
and
Damned
you
if you
could
do,
have
damned if you don't.
but what
damned
it
if you do, damned if
D.
you don't. So you might
It
as well
don't
stand on the
matter. No
table
matter
and
how
put your
it
nuts
goes
on it.
down.
Pause.
Here's my point. Like Scott said, no matter how it goes down, if this fucking pick don't pan out, even if it's one of the top guys that everybody want, that we knew was gonna be top five, and we get one of them motherfuckers and they don't pan out,
We're
y'all
going
niggas gonna be here
to
blaming Sean.
crying.
Y'all
They're
gonna be
going to be,
blaming that
that's
nigga.
not fair to blame
That's
Sean
fact.
Marks for that.
But they
but
going
they
to.
are. They are. They are.
Like just like I don't blame Lakers
They
for
are.
taking Brandon Ingram number two. He
Yeah,
was
but
the
they are.
highest overall prospect during that year.
Oh, I
Like
want to
that
answer
was the
that
correct
question about drafting when you come out and then go back to school and
Yeah.
get. I found the answer.
listen, all you can
It
do
says
is do the draft pick and just pray to God that they turn out to be stars.
right. That's all you can do. It's
That's
luck.
all
It's
that's
luck. You
all you
need some
can do.
luck. It's no. Once you
Time would
drafted into the
tell.
NBA,
I don't think every
you
situation is
generally
luck.
can't go back to college and re-enter the draft. However,
It's a risk with every pick.
However, their rules are evolving, and if you declare the draft but weren't picked or were picked late and didn't sign a pro contract, you can.
Oh wow,
I fuck with
I
this
think it
that's
depends on the
interesting.
conversation.
pick.
That's
It's a risk
interesting.
with every
He
pick that you
didn't.
take,
If he didn't
regardless
sign a
if
pro
you're gonna
contract and he went
G.
straight to the G League, it wasn't a pro contract.
Okay.
So then he went back to school, or he went overseas, and then he went back to school. Then he's still eligible.
I,
That's crazy.
I fuck with this. I fuck with this
There's
conversation.
your answer.
I fuck with this.
It took me a minute
I,
to find it.
I just think it's a risk. It's going to be a risk for whoever we pick. But I think the fact of the matter is to put the blame on the GM, especially when the whole fan base is on the court. Like, yo, that's our guy. Pick him. That's stupid.
So let me
Like,
ask you
we
another
all
question.
knew
Ellen.
him.
Let me ask you
Regardless.
Wait,
another question. I got another hype. What's more important, right? Because that building a foundation or getting the star first. What's
I
more
think it's
important?
both.
The
I think it's
foundation.
both.
I think you
I
gotta
think
get
it's
wait,
both
both.
kind of
wait,
like the
I think
same
it's
time,
both.
but
hold
the
on, hold on.
foundation is
No,
more
you need
important.
both.
Hold,
You
hold
need
on.
I
both.
think
Which
it's.
one is more important to lay down the groundwork
No,
first?
wait,
Which one
hold
we
on.
gotta have
Cause
first?
this is a level conversation because now you got to interpret what level of the player you trying to get because you might not have no type of foundation at all. But if you drafted LeBron James, fuck your foundation. He about to be it right there. But
Yeah,
then if you're, but if you're a
That's
num- but if
true.
you,
but the
but if you
thing
got the
is,
wait, hold on,
all
Scott,
right, go ahead, go
hold
ahead.
on, Scott. But if you got a number one pick and you got no foundation and you draft for Zachary Ricochet, nigga, that shit ain't going nowhere. That
Yeah,
shit ain't
that's
going
true
nowhere
too.
at all. If
You got
anything,
a
he
point
about to
there.
be a part of the foundation. So now that's
I
like a
think it
good
depends on the
foundation.
draft class.
So
But
it all
but
depends on the
but
player
this
that you're looking at.
but
That's what
this
I'm
is
saying.
but
It's
this
not
is
all luck.
true.
It's
But
not all luck.
we have seen teams with no superstar win titles because they had foundation.
But they also have stars.
No, they became stars, but they were none stars from the beginning, and they had foundation.
Duncan
San
wasn't a star
Antonio
coming out.
Spurs, San Antonio Spurs actually built a team with people that they had no superstars whatsoever around Tim Duncan whatsoever, and they
Right, but Duncan
became
was
stars.
Duncan wasn't
They
a
be,
superstar, but he was a
he,
star.
he was a star, and they became superstars.
Duncan.
Foundation is
I
the
remember.
key to winning titles.
Right,
I'm
but
telling you.
they don't win those
I'm,
titles
tell,
without Tim
I
I'm,
remember
te-
Duncan.
Tim. I
I'm
remember.
telling you, you need a foundation.
I
I'm
remember
telling
Tim
you.
Duncan since he was shitting in Wake Forest. Okay, Tim Duncan was a damn superstar, bro.
He
Yeah,
was. I'm not
I thought he
saying he was.
was.
He was. He was just a quiet one, but he was.
When you getting compared with Kobe of that time, you're a fucking superstar, bro.
Yeah, he was a superstar to me, but
Which is what I'm saying. But San Antonio also had a
Ginobili and them wasn't those stars. None of them were.
Ginobili could have been.
But he
He
became
played
one.
like a star.
He became one. He earned
Ginobili
it.
sometimes was the best player on the
He
court.
earned it though.
You're right, Scott. Ginobili,
He
Kawhi
earned
Leonard,
that.
Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, Tony Parker. They became
All of them owned it. They earned it. They earned it with culture because they had culture in that locker room. That locker room means titles. If you want a superstar to play and look good and make the playoffs every time and all that,
The question is nuanced because realistically, the
that's that
easiest
room.
point is nuanced. If you can have a star that could bring a foundation to your franchise. Case in
Well,
point, Cade Cunningham. That franchise when he got drafted there was horrible. It had no foundation, but he brought foundation to that team by
Well,
being the player that he
was it?
is.
To be
And they
fair,
surrounded him with a
one of the
core.
first pieces there, though. He was one of the first young pieces there.
Yeah.
Right, but
He was.
it all starts with Cade now.
Yeah.
Like he is stable because of him.
But you still need, and they haven't won anything yet. I mean, I understand. I understand how good they are. I understand how the goal is to win a title. It's
It's not easy to win the title.
That's what all players say. Eventually you will say that as a
Real
player.
quick. Let me just say this wild shit right here. You know who kind of reminds me of got a little bit of Tim Duncan in them that's coming
Who?
out? Boozer, man.
Oh yeah.
Here's why I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's not flashy, right?
He don't. Yeah.
He gets it done, and he can play within the system. I'm just telling you, like Cam Boozer. He reminds me a little bit of Tim Duncan, man.
No, that's not wild. That's not a wild assessment. They've worked on that over the past few years.
I think
he's not a flashy guy, but he's gonna get the job done. Like he's won everywhere he's going.
Yeah, and he's a competitor. Like he wins. Like he gets it done. But
you wouldn't necessarily.
Y'all,
I think you would be getting it.
Y'all got to call it a night, fellas.
Yeah.
all right, man.
All right, dude.